Hello, I'm Barbara Van Dalen, the president and founder of Give an Hour. Give an Hour is a national nonprofit organization that provides free mental health care to our returning troops, their families, and their communities. We have well over 7,000 mental health professionals in the network. We're in every state and every territory, and so far we've given well over 100,000 hours of care. When men and women come home from war, they face a number of challenges: post-traumatic stress, traumatic brain injury, depression, anxiety, family relationships. They struggle to find jobs. So it's a whole range of issues. The Departments of Defense and Departments of Veterans Affairs are doing more than they've ever done, but those government agencies can't do it all. So Give an Hour has created a national network of mental health professionals. They are providing their services free. The veteran or military service member or family member goes to our website. They're given a list of providers that are right there in their community. If for some reason there isn't a provider near them, they contact us and we locate a provider for them. They begin to do the work that they need to do to heal. There's no money that exchanges hands, no insurance forms, no paperwork of any kind. The military personnel are able to seek care when they need it, how they need it, for as long as they need it.
All right. Hello, and welcome to the Mustaches on Mustafar charity stream. Tonight we are donating to Give an Hour, which, as you just saw in the video, they provide mental health services for service members, for veterans, and I am not a service member myself. That's one of my regrets in life, is that I never really served. But you know, I have a family now, so it's kind of too late to do that. But the mental health aspect of it is something that is really important to me, and this is something that we can talk about a little later on in the stream. So if any of you guys have had any mental health issues, or if you are former military, if you're a veteran and maybe you have any lingering mental issues from that, you can come on and talk about that. So we're going to get some guests in here in just a minute. I am making some more coffee, but I'm going to send out some invitations real quick. I can invite people to the stream. I do not know how people solo stream. It's so hard for me to talk just by myself and not have guests. I told Purple Valkyrie that earlier today. Like, I don't know how you solo stream. I can't do it. So I'm going to go into my Discord and put the link to join in the General Kenobi in my Discord. And actually, I'm going to invite people on one at a time first. There you go. X-Wing, just sent you the invite. You can join. We don't get too ahead of ourselves. Let's check in some donations, because I know some have already come in. If I can share my screen. And keep in mind, this is my first charity stream, so I'm kind of doing as much as I can with what YouTube allows. I can't really do any fundraising through YouTube, which is unfortunate, because it would be so much easier for just people to just super chat straight through YouTube, but you need to have 10,000 subs, and then I don't know what YouTube takes off the top anyway. So that's why I set it up the way we did. But we got some people to talk to. We have Master Paul of the Star Wars guys and Mr. X-Wing. How are you guys doing?
Hold on. I got to change my name real quick, because I am not Master Paul today.
Oh. Stashster Paul.
Actually, no. Captain Paul of the USS Tuesday Night Trek. I did just get my Starfleet uniform in the mail today.
I love it. That looks great.
Thank you.
And
nice.
Speaking of looking great, X-Wing, your stash is coming in fantastic.
Oh, we're certainly trying over here, but it's taken a very, very, very long time.
I'm gonna, before we get into some discussion, I'm gonna give some sips, because we got quite a few people in the house tonight. This is very exciting. So I'm gonna get my sip ready, and then we're gonna get rolling. We got Average. Here's a sip for you. Leia Rose, here's a sip for you. Dat Boy Steve, here's a sip for you. The Mad Cave, here's a sip for you. Star Wars Theology, here's a sip for you. Darth Bio, here's a sip for you. He says, I'm with family, so I can't watch or stick around, but I'm donating. Hope the stream goes well. I really, really appreciate that, Darth Bayou.
Thank you, sir.
And so will the people that will receive your donations. We've got Moff Risman. Here's a sip for you. Scott Westbrook. Here's a sip for you. He says 612, getting closer. Yep, getting closer, except I was at 616 yesterday. So, oops. Let's see who else we got. We got you, sir. Here's a sip for you. We've got Darth Arlena. Here's a sip for you. And we've got Captain Paul. Here's a sip for you. Green Lantern. Here's a sip for you. Black Dragon. Here's a sip for you.
You'll not have any coffee left by the end of the stream.
Yeah, but you see, I'm not even going to try. But you see, my good sir, every donation that comes in, I top off my mug. And I've got a coffee maker, a very beautiful coffee maker in the other room that is going to be fulfilling that for me.
Understood.
Darth Scorpion. I don't believe I've seen you around here before, Darth Scorpion, but here's a sip for you.
Hell, the Blue Wrench people.
Let's see. Maria, here's a sip for you. Alvela, here's a sip for you.
Alvela.
Strike, here's a sip for you. Nerd Portal, here's a sip for you. Yeah, Nerd Portal, I will send you the link after I kind of give a little breakdown of what's going on, the format of tonight. So, as I already mentioned, every okay, the link to donate. Let me put that in.
Yeah.
So it's in the description. The link to donate is in this description, but I'm also going to put it in the chat right now. There's our link to donate. So, as I said, every donation, I top off my mug. So I'm not going to run out of coffee. I'm going to be hyper caffeinated by the end of this. I'm already feeling it just with the warmth of the coffee, but caffeine takes about 20 minutes to get going. So we'll see by about 20 minutes in. We'll see how it goes. So that's the link I put in the chat. It's also in the description. Again, Give an Hour. They do mental health services. And the mental health aspect of it is something I'm really passionate about. I know we got a lot of veterans in the chat. So that's what we're going with. As far as the giveaways, because I know that's what some people are interested in. Anyone who donates, whether it's $1, $5, $100, is going to be added to the wheel of giveaways. I forgot about you, Matt Cave. I'm sorry.
No worries, brother.
But anyone who donates, you'll be added to the wheel, the prize wheel for giveaways. It's a little bit more organized than my last giveaway. But the first giveaway we will be doing at the 1 hour mark. So at, 9 right now, Eastern. At 10 Eastern, we'll be giving away a Moustaches, or a Coffee on Korriban, rather, Moustache Mug. So the same one you could buy from my online store. I'll be giving that away. At the 11 o'clock Eastern hour mark, I will be giving away the Revenge of the Sith Ultimate Edition, the 5-hour plus cut of Revenge of the Sith, which has deleted scenes edited back in, which has the last 4 episodes of Clone Wars edited in, and the first episode of The Bad Batch edited in. I didn't make it all the way through yet. I'm working on it. 5 hours is a long movie. And people say the extended editions for Lord of the Rings are long, but 5 hours is a whole nother level. So I'll be getting that away. And if we hit our $500 goal, I think we can do that. I'm pretty sure we can do that. If we hit that $500 goal, I will be giving away an Aeropress Coffee Maker, the same coffee maker that I use for all of my coffee. The only coffee maker I use, because it is that good. I will be giving away an Aeropress Coffee Maker. And again, all you have to do is donate. It can be $1, $5, $100. Anyone who donates will be entered into that. So that's kind of my little speech. I don't like talking solo. I like having conversations. But how are you guys doing today? We'll start with you, Captain Paul.
I am doing very well. Today, during the workday, honestly, was kind of stressful and frustrating, but fortunately, the end of the day made up for itself. Number one, because I finally got to see Ghostbusters Afterlife in theaters. It was amazing. And I know X-Wing will especially appreciate this. I got to add 2 new lightsabers to my collection.
Oh,
Yep.
Fine addition.
All right, so both of these I got secondhand. I think they are Saber Forge models, but I'm not 100% sure. But we have here an Obi-Wan Episode 1 hilt. And here, I'll turn it on real quick. There you go.
Does that have a Profi controller in it?
It does not. This, I'm guessing, is the guy that owned it. He did his own DIY stuff. It's in-hill LED, but I'm gonna get both of these hopefully upgraded to NeoPixel.
Sheesh.
Very nice.
And then the other one is Dooku's saber. This is a replacement one for the other one I had because it wasn't working right and had some parts missing. So yeah, both of these I hope to get installed at some point with NeoPixel, and I think as far as the board, I'm going to go Crystal Focus 10.
Nice.
Maria says donated $10 and posted on Facebook to help spread the word. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And the people that will be receiving that will very much appreciate it as well. Because again, with mental health services, you never know what that one little thing is that can save someone's life. I know for me, when I had my issues that I was dealing with in my past, and I'll get into it a little bit later, what my personal story is, but the little thing that saved me was my dog. And I was very, very close with my dog. My dog was a trained therapy dog, so she was extremely empathetic. And I was very good at putting on a mask in front of people. Most of the time, my family didn't even really know exactly the extent of what I was going through, but I could never fool my dog. And it kind of seems like a little thing, like, oh, your dog kind of saved you, but you never know what that little thing is that'll keep you from taking that step too far. So your $10 that you donate could be the difference between someone making that unfortunate choice and living and fulfilling the rest of God's plan for their life. You never know. So thank you to everyone that is donating tonight. Speaking of donating, we have a few, let me share my screen real quick. A few people that have already donated. And here we go. We have Matthew Zick donated $60. Thank you very much. Brian Lewandowski, $25. Austin Cook, $10. Felix Quiros, $5. And then I put $100 in myself a few days ago.
I also just put in $10.
Hit refresh.
I was gonna say I sent one too.
There you go.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
there.
so there's Maria's $10. We got Paul's for $10. Scott Westbrook, $25. Darth Arlena, $25, and Stash Rendar for $50. Oh my gosh, we are already at $320.
Yeah,
you guys are awesome,
buddy.
We're moving way too quick
amazing.
Here.
I know. We gotta slow down.
Yeah.
You may need to bump this up to 1,000.
I know. I just might
go above and beyond.
Well, I was kind of hoping for like a variety show. Like you had some jalapenos lined up, maybe some mace, some pepper spray or something.
We could figure something out.
Yeah.
We can figure something out.
Look behind me.
Yeah, we'll get some music going. I don't know if I can play music this late, but they discourage music in our apartments, which I don't know. I don't know if I care. Yeah, over halfway there. My goodness. Oh, we also get another friend.
Whoa!
What's up, halfway there. Whoa!
Any
That's
last
awesome.
words?
A Nerf paintball
Put that down
field?
before you hurt yourself, Michael.
Get a Nerf riot shield.
All right,
Yes.
X-Wing, how's your day going so far?
It's good, man. Chilling. I've been chilling. I've been hanging out. I got somehow randomly involved in Star Wars TikTok for a little bit, and then the Matt Cave and I did a live stream playing Peekaboo, which is just the funniest freaking thing ever.
Yeah.
And then I watched through the majority of the entire prequel trilogy this morning,
Nice.
laying in bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I skipped through some stuff because like I don't need to rewatch that, and so like I'll skip through some things. But yeah, basically redid the prequel trilogy this morning.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, last night I rewatched Rogue One. I haven't watched it in so long,
Oh, so
and I forgot how much I loved it.
Mhm.
Like, especially that end space battle when you're getting all the Rogue Squadron in, Blue Squadron, Red Squadron. I was just, it blew me away again, man. It felt
Yeah.
like watching it for the first time again.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm just trying to add names into this color wheel so we can do our giveaways later.
I was just going to expand on that. I mean, like the fact that they were able to get in some of the OT characters in the cockpits
Mhm.
Yep.
when they were doing their call signs and stuff. Oh my God. I just,
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly
I
thought
just-
that they used remastered footage for that scene. Didn't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah.
yeah.
They
Deleted
did.
footage from A New Hope. Yep.
Yeah. It was, I'm sorry if I didn't make that clear. It was not the
Yeah.
original actors.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, of course, they did make room for Luke to be Red 5 as well. Just want to throw that out there.
They do kill off Red 5 in that
They
scene.
do kill
Gotta
off
make
Red
room.
5. Yep. Yep.
It
Unfortunately.
goes out pretty hard.
Unnecessary. I was like, oh, Red 5. Oh, I know what's going to happen to him.
Red 5.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll be right back.
Go for it.
How are you doing, Michael?
I'm doing good. Paul and I did a thing today.
Yes, we.
We
I already said it on here, Michael. But yeah, we did see the new Ghostbuster movie in theaters,
Yes.
and of course we'll be doing a full review of it on our channel. But just a
Mhm.
short little spoiler-free review. It was. Oh wait! Attention, Admiral on deck.
As you were. How's
But yeah,
everybody?
Doing good.
Good, man.
Doing well. By the way, Brian, what do
Yeah.
you think?
I have never seen such a. I have not seen such a horrible thing before. How dare you wear it in my presence?
All right, fair
But
enough.
I'm sure you guys, the mystery of my last name is no longer a mystery. I'm the one that donated the 25. So
But yeah, spoiler free on Ghostbusters. It was incredible, and what you and what Coach and Nick and Felix have said about this is what we should have gotten with the sequel trilogy, wholeheartedly agree.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how Mark Hamill thought Luke was going to appear in The Force Awakens. He was going to be the one to rescue Rey from Kylo Ren. When the lightsaber was flying past him, it was supposed to be Luke that caught it, but nope, Rey got it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's definitely, I mean, without giving away any spoilers, because it's a brand new movie out there, and I want everyone to go see this movie and give it as much love as possible, because it really is a sequel done right. And
Yes.
it's honestly, like, the only thing better would have been if we had Ghostbusters 3 prior to Harold Ramis passing. That's the
Yeah.
only thing that could have
Was he,
bumped this up.
Mm-hmm.
Was he Egon?
Careful.
Spike?
Careful, Michael. Don't spoil
Okay.
nothing.
Okay.
I mean,
But
it
I
was
was just-
because of the movie Groundhog Day that Harold Ramis directed that
Mhm.
Bill Murray would not do another Ghostbusters. Like he did not. He would not talk to Harold Ramis. Like they had a bad fallout. So
Oh.
it wasn't until he died. It wasn't until he was dying that they made up. So
Hmm.
Mhm.
Well,
And real quick, Black Dragon, saying here that I hate yellow. I don't hate yellow. I just hate yellow lightsabers. Yellow on anything else is fine,
Mhm.
especially a Starfleet uniform.
Oh. We got a visitor.
we do have a visitor.
Mhm.
So Paul, I have a question for you. Are you a captain? Are
Yeah.
the armrests is the insignias
here.
on?
See,
Oh, you are a captain. Awesome.
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I will say this thing I ordered a 2X. It's kind of tight.
Yeah, that's how all the actors had to feel whenever they came back from lunch, whenever they were working on set back then.
Yeah, like it almost feels like a wetsuit, like a neoprene type thing.
Nice.
Wholeheartedly
agree with that?
agree. Yes.
Cool.
Yes, agreed.
To me,
I haven't
Ghostbusters
even-
Afterlife was a means of basically addressing the absence of Egon, or the absence of Harold Ramis. So, I mean, this is basically, if Steven Spielberg, not Ivan Reitman, directed the Ghostbusters, this is what we get: a schmaltzy, wonderful little romp.
And it was amazing.
Yeah.
Schmaltzy.
Highly recommend it.
I love that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I guess one of my final thoughts is that, without getting into heavy detail, there was like one scene where it kind of gave me the feeling of this one other scene from the Clone Wars, which we'll talk about later. But that's all I will say.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I will say.
Maria says, I love yellow Kybers, yellow and purple, because they have great ties to the past. Yellow is the color of a healer, so it makes sense that Rey has it, and now Grogu has it.
Yeah.
That is a good point. I didn't think
Fair
about
enough.
that. And as much as I dislike Rey and just the whole healing part about it, it is kind of a little tie-in that I can appreciate.
There you go.
It works in KOTOR, at least, the healing,
Yeah,
because I would have
Bastila had
died.
the-
I would have died multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair
And you
enough.
know what? It's funny because I always thought about oh, nice. The moment where I never thought too much about it originally until I saw Revenge of the Sith. But when Obi-Wan goes up to Luke after the Sand People knock him out, he goes over and he touches his forehead and kind of like, whatever. It's just this moment that kind of comes and goes, right? Revenge of the Sith, Palpatine does the same exact thing to Anakin on Mustafar. And once I saw that, I was like, did they just like not necessarily heal him, but kind of help him a little bit? Did he use the Force to sustain him a little bit? Like, did Anakin make that trip from Mustafar back to Coruscant because Palpatine did that?
It's weird. It's like Palpatine showed a little compassion, which is unusual for
Weird.
a Lord of the Sith, who is the most evil being in the galaxy.
Yeah.
So I was surprised.
I have heard the theory that basically Palpatine drained Padme to save Anakin.
I've heard that too.
I've heard it, and honestly, I believe it.
Makes more sense.
Yeah.
In your anger, it appears you killed her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does work, because even all the droids, the medical droids, like, we have no idea why she's dying. Why would a droid know that the Force impacted this in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah.
True.
I mean, medically, she was healthy, according to the droids, which are just in reality a bunch of computers that can do fancier things than our laptops, if we're being completely honest.
So it's more than just a broken heart.
Right. Or Padme dies of sadness.
Yes, I am.
I honestly don't know. I
I'm
don't
captain
know
of the USS Tuesday Night Trek.
Hey, there you go.
Speaking of Trek, maybe Padme died the way Joe Termolan died in Naked Time. He just gave up. Just didn't want to live.
I don't remember her touching any suspicious red liquids, though.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Or maybe, hear me out on this. Just hear me out.
Oh boy, here we go.
If you saw the movie What If, or the What If series, then this could explain it.
She got snapped away.
Perhaps.
Nope.
Yeah, I've got a lot of
There's my red lights.
weird and random nerd stuff, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Not me. I keep my place pretty clean. Yeah. No random weird stuff
He's
here.
back, this guy.
Yeah.
Sneaking away with his color bars.
Yeah, I know. It still does that, where it shuts off automatically. I still don't know what causes it, but it's such an old camera that I don't know if it's worth investigating and trying to fix it.
I think
I'll
it's
just
just an
I'll just
auto
get a-
timer off.
No, it's not, because it opens back up. It's a DSLR, so the lens flips and then opens. But I don't know why. Like, it might be doing like a cleaning thing where it's like cleaning the sensor or something. I don't know.
No idea.
But
I like Maria's comment here. Oh,
I dropped
there we
my
go.
thing.
Mhm.
The
So this is
existence of Rey
interesting.
validates Bastila's existence into canon. I liken her to Bastila and Kylo to Revan, and I know people here are sequel dislikers. Better word than haters. I agree with that. Although I do
Mhm.
hate the sequels for the most part. But I do love aspects of the sequel trilogy.
Mhm.
There are aspects of it that I can appreciate. Like my dad said on one of the streams that he was on, you never really understand the scale of Star Destroyers until the opening scene of The Force Awakens when Rey is scavenging and climbing through the Star Destroyers. And
Mhm.
you realize, like, holy cow, these aren't like cruise ship size things. These are like skyscraper size things
Yeah.
and bigger.
Yeah.
Like these things are massive. So there's parts
Mhm.
that I can definitely appreciate. But what you say about Rey and Bastila and Kylo and Revan, I completely see that.
Mhm.
I just think there could have been better ways to go about doing that,
Yeah.
because if that's an homage to those characters, it's a pretty poor homage, because
Yeah.
Revan and Bastila is up there with the love stories of Han Solo and Leia and Anakin and Padme. It's amazing, and it's depressing when you realize how their love story ends. And if
Mm.
you haven't read Revan, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it's the saddest ending of pretty much like any media I've ever
It's pretty
experienced.
rough.
It's
Yeah.
really
I
rough.
honestly hated that ending. I hated that ending.
It's,
That's just
loved
me.
I don't know.
I wanted to
loved
cry for
the-
like 2 days.
I loved how you were left never. Well, I don't know. I guess I can't say anything.
Matt
felt
Cave, do you
the,
want to address this?
Oh, come on, Phil. We played some earlier today, buddy. What is for you?
Did he ever show up?
He
Yeah.
did. He actually
Okay,
made it for the
okay,
third
okay.
period, and I got my butt kicked today.
Mhm.
Live.
I couldn't stay for past the second quarter, but or second period or whatever. How do they do it in hockey? Is it periods or
Periods.
quarters?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 periods, 20 minutes apiece. But Phil, don't worry. I got you covered. We got more coming. My son is challenging me. He's saying he's going to kick my butt in it. So we're going to see what we got.
Mm, looking forward to that. Maria says, I don't think Palpatine stole Padme's life force. He would have had to be in close proximity of her, and she died over Paulus.
I feel like I have to actually disagree here. I think Palpatine was powerful enough to do so over a long distance. Think about Vader. Vader by himself is up
The
on a
Force
Star
choke.
Destroyer and choked out one of his admirals over a FaceTime.
Right.
Yeah.
And with Plagueis experimenting in the Force and creating Anakin on accident, that was just somewhere completely different in the galaxy, wherever Anakin was at the time when he was conceived. And that was kind of just the Force fighting back. It wasn't, even something he was doing in person right there to Shmi. So
Another one was in the Clone Wars, the first episode of Yoda's arc, where they encounter evidence of what's his name, Sifo-Dyas, of Sifo-Dyas's lightsaber,
Yeah.
and Palpatine calls Dooku by hologram. I think Dooku's all the way on Sereno, and that's the one time you see Palpatine really pissed off at him. He literally force chokes Dooku from Coruscant. Remember that? I was like, ooh.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, we never seen this before. So
And lest we forget, too, I mean, Palpy would have had to do essence transfer over a very, 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 very long range for him to have survived.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And-
essence
and-
transfer. That's
And in the split
Yeah.
second when he was dying, right after, he didn't see that coming. He didn't see himself being thrown down until he was being thrown down. So he would have had, 4 seconds to complete his essence transfer? I think that's something you have to be in the right headspace to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I just don't know. And exactly what Black Dragon's saying right here, the reason that most of us dislike the sequel trilogy is primarily because it was poorly written. There's a
That's not
lot
what
of-
was said, Timothy. It's poorly written.
Ooh, yes. Okay. Let me rephrase.
Oh, where is it?
Maria Espino. The reason that most of us dislike the ST, which might be a Ford Focus ST, I don't know, is primarily because it was poorly written.
well done trying to get through that.
Yeah. But to touch on that, yeah, essentially, we all have our reasons. Like for me, it was just wasted opportunity. But that stems back to being poorly written, which, I mean, you can go even further in saying the leadership behind it wasn't there. Whether you blame Kathleen Kennedy or JJ or Ryan Johnson, just it wasn't a cohesive team that were passionate about Star Wars. No true Star Wars fan would have written that story.
Yeah, they handled the legacy characters really poorly. Like, if you're going to end Han Solo, now Han Solo's been around for almost 40 years at that point. Star Trek did a much better job in The Wrath of Khan with Spock in half that time. I mean, it does matter how they go out.
Not to mention, in Search for Spock, there was no somehow Spock returned. They actually gave an explanation.
Mm-hmm.
And it still felt earned. It still felt earned at the end. So,
yeah.
Maria says, I agree, Black Dragon, but I think we could do a lot better writing wise with the same characters, which is what I'm hoping for in a post-sequel trilogy, film trilogy, or series. And yeah, that just goes back to wasted opportunity. Finn, an ex-stormtrooper turned Jedi, would have been amazing.
Yeah.
There's so much wasted opportunity.
The call to the light, that constantly, the reason why he defects, it's this call to the light inside him that's always dragging him away. Like, that story is beautiful.
Yep.
What is this? Yeah, I don't understand. What is this call to the light? I always thought the light, being in the light, was the tough part. The easy part was being drawn to the dark side.
Yeah.
I think the force draws in general, and it could have been something with how he was raised, where he's been in the dark side or the dark path, especially being in the First Order, that he was called to the Force, but because he had been in the dark, the light side was what was calling him because he needed something different.
Yeah.
That would be my thought. I don't have anything to back.
In other words, the will of the Force.
Exactly.
Okay.
So real quick. I'm going to play the video I played earlier at the beginning of the stream because we have some more people in now. Thank you, Matt K, for the suggestion of why we're donating. Who are we donating to? And it's an older video, but I emailed the CEO of Given Hour earlier to see if anyone wanted to come on. I didn't really hear back. But in talking to them, they're good people. So I'm going to share that video one more time. And then we will continue. Let me try to... There it is.
Hello, I'm Barbara Van Dalen, the president and founder of Given Hour. Given Hour is a national nonprofit organization that provides free mental health care to our returning troops, their families, and their communities. We have well over 7,000 mental health professionals in the network. We're in every state and every territory. And so far, we've given well over 100,000 hours of care. When men and women come home from war, they face a number of challenges: post-traumatic stress, traumatic brain injury, depression, anxiety, family relationships. They struggle to find jobs. So it's a whole range of issues. The Departments of Defense and Departments of Veterans Affairs are doing more than they've ever done, but those government agencies can't do it all. So Given Hour has created a national network of mental health professionals. They are providing their services free. The veteran or military service member or family member goes to our website. They're given a list of providers that are right there in their community. If for some reason there isn't a provider near them, they contact us and we locate a provider for them. They begin to do the work that they need to do to heal. There's no money that exchanges hands, no insurance forms, no paperwork of any kind. The military personnel are able to seek care when they need it, how they need it, for as long as they need it.
I have a weird ending to that video, but
Fade in.
I know. But that's who we're donating for, and I'm really appreciative of everyone who's donated so far.
Have you hit refresh yet?
Yeah, let's hit that refresh button, buddy.
Yeah, I'm copying one name into our wheel real quick. And let's Share screen. All right, there we go. Refresh. So we're current. We were at 470 of 500. And we just had Michael Strassner, Mando on Fire, donate $25. We got Jeff Day, $25. And GX2 donating $100. I know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
We're right there, guys. This is crazy. I mean, I set 500 because I didn't want to set it too high. But
It took me 4.5 hours to get over $1,000. I was eating spicy peppers.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, this is awesome.
Hey, sweetie, do we have any food challenges or anything I can do other than just the coffee? Which
Yeah, just
I'm gonna
DM me a ghost pepper or something.
I'm refilling my my coffee because we got to keep that stocked. Eat an entire pumpkin pie, and I don't like pumpkin pie.
Me neither.
That's sad. Because I actually made some for Thanksgiving for my family.
I could bang out like a piece of pumpkin pie. Ain't no way I'm doing a whole one, bro. No way.
I've tried to do it once before. I can't.
When was that?
It was when I was in high school, back when Luray High School actually did fun stuff. We did a pumpkin pie eating contest, no hands, and thankfully I didn't throw up, but I just couldn't finish it.
I remember.
Basically, seeing the other people throw up made me lose my appetite.
Wow. See, I took eating to another level with some stuff when I was a wee bit younger, because I've been known to eat 2 entire pizzas. I was featured on White Castle's website for some time as a Brave Case champion.
My God.
Yeah, I had a problem.
Yeah.
I like what Star Wars theology says right here. Being in balance with the Force is the real goal of a Force user. Yes. And I think we touched on this in a different stream, but I think someone was asking who's stronger, the light side or the dark side. They both have their weaknesses, but being in balance with the Force is when you're strongest.
That's why Luke was OP as heck, is because he was dipping into the dark and the light.
And Maria right here says balance makes the Force user super powerful, which is why Qui-Gon Jinn and Mace Windu were so powerful. I know it's not canon, but I consider them gray Jedi, which is why Revan was so powerful as well.
Yeah. I would also say I don't know if I should say it because it'll give some spoilers of the Clone Wars, and we're going through it, so never mind. Yeah. We'll have to save it for later. Put a pin in it.
I do have to admit, having Force Lightning as one of your abilities in KOTOR was really useful.
It doesn't hurt, that's for sure.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Even
Especially
in the
Force Storm.
Jedi Academy, Jedi Outcast, I used the Force Lightning with Kyle Katarn.
Dude, Battlefront 2, it's awesome to have. You just, I mean, it's like Attack of the Clones. Somebody's running at you, and you do the Dooku lightning and just yeet them across the side of the map. You're like, get out of my way.
Yeah.
That's why I got to level up my Dooku.
Yeah.
Personally, though, I think the game that handled Force Lightning the best, though, the original Force Unleashed.
Oh, man.
That was
so
just
good.
fun.
I would say depending on the console that you had.
If you got
Just
the
in my
Xbox version, not the Wii version that we had, Michael, like the good Xbox version.
There was a Wii version of Force Unleashed?
Yeah, you used the motion
Did you
controls
like
and
shake
everything.
the
And it was
controller to do the
pretty
lightsaber
much.
action?
Yes,
Pretty much.
But story and graphically, it was really stripped down.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Here's what
sounds
I'll
like
say about
trash.
the Wii version. The Wii version added some levels that the PS3, Xbox, and PC did not have. You actually get some time in the Jedi Council area, like, and go take on other Jedi.
Yeah.
Really?
Or
Sith,
or just some sort of dark Jedi.
Yeah.
Because there's like Darth Decimus that had like a sword and shield sort of setup. Darth Phobos, who had like a double bladed lightsaber, but she could like disappear or something.
Did you fight the Endor level where you fought Jedi Leia?
There's a fixed
Oh,
I never played that one.
I never did either.
She was scary.
Unfortunately.
She was really scary.
All right, Maria, real quick. there's other ways to play KOTOR. You can play it on, I believe it's on Switch, right? Didn't they just
on the Switch
make that
now?
work?
Yeah,
it's on
correct.
Switch.
It's on
if you have it-
mobile.
If you
And it's
don't, that's what I
$15.
was just gonna say.
Mhm.
If,
And
if
it's
you
on
don't,
Xbox.
if you have a decent enough phone, like basically any of the iPhones from the last
Really?
few years,
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
Galaxies, whatever. If you have a decent smartphone, you can get it on the App
Mhm.
Store, and
Yeah.
I will tell you, it plays wonderfully.
Yeah.
You can adjust the graphics, so if your phone is a little bit older, you can decrease the graphics so it'll play.
Mhm. Yeah.
But the gameplay is fantastic, and again, you're playing KOTOR for the story. That's completely intact. It's the same game experience. Some people can't get past the turn base, but if you already love the game, then
You can actually, I turn off all the pausing moments in KOTOR to make it as free run as possible. But
Mhm.
Maria, if you have it on Steam, go into the community tab. Go into the game, but go into the community tab. There is a fix. There's guides and everything. It's actually pretty
Mhm.
straightforward, and then the game
Yeah.
runs beautifully.
Yeah. Speaking
Yeah,
of what I just recently re-downloaded for iOS, I actually re-downloaded this.
Oh yes, the
Oh,
complete saga.
Lego Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
That's always an amazing game.
Yeah.
guys, I just want to say, I think this might be a
Oh.
record.
Awesome.
Yes.
Congrats.
There we
That's
go.
insane. That's guys. This is just.
Amazing community.
I mean, I said 500 because I was pretty sure we were going to be able to hit that.
41 minutes, bro.
Mm-hmm.
My gosh,
Well
you guys are
done.
awesome. And
Sippas.
Captain Paul, this is just a testament that your slogan is the best on YouTube. The Force
Mhm.
is family. I
Yeah.
think we all have kind of adopted that in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because this is what a family does. We come together. There's other charity streams I know from different people on YouTube, and the dollar amount isn't important. Like the Theory raised like 20 grand or whatever. Like that doesn't matter. The fact that we're just a small community. I don't even have 1,000 subs. I'm not monetized. But the fact that we can all come together and support something like this is really incredible. So everyone that's donated, thank you so much. You guys are awesome.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
Awesome.
You know what? I'm
Good
gonna
job.
chug this coffee and then refill it.
Yeah,
That's what I'll
buddy.
do for hitting the goal.
Chug, chug, chug,
Chug,
chug,
chug,
chug,
chug,
chug,
chug,
chug,
chug, chug, chug, chug, chug,
man.
chug, 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 chug.
Man, this is
We need
strong
more.
coffee. Holy cow.
Coffee's going to be looking at the camera like,
Huh? The stream's gonna be in 3D.
Yeah. Yeah, take a look at what Green Lantern just sent, seeing what us small potatoes can do when we come together.
Mhm.
Hey, I'm
That's
not a
true.
small potato. Jeez.
Oh man.
X-Wing's not a small potato. Hashtag only read super chats.
I thought you might have just said hashtag check out X-Wing's OnlyFans. Actually, that's what it is.
What?
Oh, yes.
What?
I can't remember who it was, but someone was saying like 2 months ago or something that I should start an OnlyFans for my stash.
Oh, yeah. 100%. 100%. You could
We'll
do
start
like
a
a cute little pink like bikini and then just have it sit right in the middle of the mustache and then take it in like a nice like sunset, you know?
Like a silhouette with the sunset behind.
I was thinking about just putting on Star Wars helmets and taking suggested pictures in my boxers. And like, hey,
I mean, there's an audience for that, I'm sure.
if somebody wants to pay money for that, I'm
Make
gonna
it a
do
member
it.
perk.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a camera. I'm gonna do it. You know,
Maybe save that for late night X-Wing.
well, it's gonna be OnlyFans. Yeah, you got me. You pay money. Maria'd be the first one in line. She's like, X-Wing OnlyFans. Oh my god, look at that fat body with a Boba Fett helmet on. Like, yeah, I'm paying $5 for that.
Nice. And also, I got to point out, I don't think we've given any attention to, and I don't know how.
Mhm.
Coffee, the sweater you're wearing is fantastic.
I forgot we were in PG territory.
Mhm.
That's
And-
a Rebels Vader.
Yeah, and
That looks
again
nice.
with this sweater, I bought it last January at Kohl's. Like 2 weeks after Christmas, so it was not socially acceptable to wear it. I've been waiting all year to wear this, and so now I'm going to wear it all the time until Christmas because I've been waiting a year.
Mm-hmm.
Well
I was thinking about putting up some Christmas lights on the stuff, and then like getting an ugly sweater. I need one.
Yeah, exactly, Darth Scorpion. So thank you very much for to everyone for the community coming together. And you're exactly right. Every cent helps someone because you never know if whatever that one little thing is that'll help someone not make that ultimate choice. And I don't know what PTSD is like. I don't know what being a service member and having to deal with anything like that is, but I know what being on the edge of taking that final step is like. And you never know what it is that little thing that'll save you. So yes, every cent does help.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Double
Should
or
I
nothing.
raise the goal?
Honestly,
See
yeah,
what we
let's
can
do it. Let's do
Did I
it.
just
let me-
get called a medium potato?
Yes, you were.
Then again, could that be called
Yeah.
average? Is that just average?
I'm an average potato.
I'm giving her all she's got.
All right, we got about 10 minutes until our first giveaway. So
Ooh,
Yeah.
giveaways.
Nice.
Very nice.
you guys talk about something. I'm trying to raise the goal.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can talk about something. I was thinking about it today because like everybody talks about how hardcore freshly turned Anakin was.
Mhm.
Like, oh man, Anakin, right when he became Lord Vader, he was so tough, he'd have killed anybody. Like Obi-Wan smacked him up, literally cut his
Yes.
limbs off. So can we
Yeah.
remember like how OP Obi-Wan is?
Yeah.
He had the high ground.
I have some
Mhm.
interesting thoughts on that. I think had the high ground not happened, Anakin would have tired Obi-Wan out and won.
Mhm.
Because that whole fight, Obi-Wan was on his back foot, basically retreating and fighting defensively, which you can only do for so long, even with the Force bolstering your strength.
That's
Sooner
how he
or later,
fights, though. That's
Yeah,
his
but-
form.
but at the
Mhm.
same time, even Obi-Wan himself gets tired, and
Yeah.
Anakin
Yeah.
knows this better than anyone else.
Yeah.
So Anakin was basically just trying to wear him down, get him tired, and win the fight that way.
Yeah.
But the high ground happened.
I
You could
agree.
also say the same that
Now-
Anakin. What is it? Obi-Wan was doing the same to Anakin because he knows Anakin's going to go in like fast, strong, heavy, and try to wear each other out. You know, they have very
Yeah.
different styles, but knew each other's styles so well that
Yeah.
honestly, I don't know. That fight.
And-
could've
and
gone
did-
I think Anakin had the upper hand majority of the fight. So when Obi-Wan made that call, he made that call based on his greater experience. Hence the same reason why I'm going to go back into Trek. Why Kirk won out over Khan. Khan's the much smarter, much stronger villain, but he doesn't have the experience Kirk has. And I think that's why Obi-Wan won. It was once again a thing of experience versus raw power.
Mhm.
In my book,
I just
experience outranks everything.
There you go.
Yeah, so to me, I see it the way I see it. Obi-Wan knew exactly what he was doing. He was the master of Sorsu. He was a defensive lightsaber combat expert. He knew what he was doing. He knew Anakin was going to keep pressing the attack, and so he wore him out until he got to a point where he was tired enough that Obi-Wan took the high ground, and he knew if he jumped to try to overtake the high ground, he wouldn't have enough energy, and he could cut him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he even said, "Don't try it." So I mean, it's weird that he
knew.
still went.
He was
for
confident. Yeah,
Yep.
he was
Yeah.
confident.
Do you think when he said don't try it, it was because he was just pleading with him not to take that last
that's
step?
Of
Exactly.
course.
Yeah, that's what I definitely think.
I think the reason Obi-Wan was on the defensive so much in that fight was because he was trying not to hurt Anakin.
Yeah.
Because he could have, in all honesty, at almost any moment in that fight.
So that's my question, because I just rewatched it again this morning, and Obi-Wan is so underappreciated as a character. When he's talking to Padme, and she goes, you're going to kill him, aren't you? And he doesn't say, well, I'm going to try. He says, he's become a very great threat.
Mhm.
Like,
He
yeah,
didn't want to say. He was fighting to say that. He didn't want to say that.
yeah, he's like, I'm 100% going to kill him. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the one
Easy.
thing. I mean,
He's like, I brought you into this world, and I will take you out of it.
I
But
heard
yeah,
a rumor.
I felt for Obi-Wan the whole time I first saw Revenge of the Sith. I got a little nauseous at the end of of all the stuff that happened. Even though there was hope at the end, it's still I still really felt for those characters.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they went through the ringer in that movie.
Mhm.
I
I
guess
heard a
one other
rumor,
thing,
by the way. Oh, go ahead, Mike.
and I guess one other thing when it comes to the duel between Obi-Wan and Anakin was the fact that they were fighting in a volcanic planet at literally point blank range at magma. Like that will honestly mess you up physically, just because you're gonna have to somehow keep yourself cool, which is something that your body's gonna do. You're gonna sweat a lot as you're exerting more energy. Like that's just how it is, you can say.
Well, I mean, Star Wars is not known for its safety. I mean, look at
Yeah.
even in Family Guy, they make fun of it. Like they're standing on like a high platform. There's no railing. And they're like,
I just want a
this breaks like
guardrail.
this like, then they think we're be leaning all day.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Railing right
that's
here.
that's the allure of Star Wars. It looks so cool. It looks so unsafe that you just want to see people run through it. I would never want to run through it.
Yeah.
I'm
Now,
not
back
trying
to
to be
that
on
one
Mustafar
scene
for even
of-
half a second, dude.
Back to that one scene of Obi-Wan telling Padme what happened with Anakin. The specific moments where Obi-Wan says, "I saw security footage of Anakin killing younglings." I heard a rumor that behind the scenes, Ewan McGregor just could not say that line with a straight
That's why he
face.
covered his
That's
mouth.
why he-
Yeah, you
Yes.
can tell. You can tell when you're watching it now. Every time I see it, he's just
A little bit of a
younglings.
smile.
Yeah.
Wait,
And I actually
he was
covered
laughing at that. Holy crap!
Yeah, he was
yeah.
laughing at that.
I
gosh.
actually covered that in my top 10 cheesiest prequel quotes, where I saw a security hologram of Anakin killing younglings. Like they said that was, and this is Screen Rant, so I mean, take it with some salt. But they said that was the cheesiest line, and I said in my video, I don't think so, because like, what else is he supposed to say to Padme? I think Padme's response that no, he couldn't have. I think that's a little bit more cheesy than what Obi-Wan said, because there's the joke of like, of course he's capable of that. He told you he killed the women and children of the Sand people. So like,
I think
what are
that
you
line
talking
could have
about?
been so much better done. Anakin was the one who attacked the temple. He's the one who killed the Jedi. Like,
Yeah, I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was cheesy at all. I felt I was heart. I mean, I felt heartbroken for the characters.
And I feel like that's a kind of a theme in the prequels. People really dog on it for having bad dialogue. I think that's beautiful, but it could be written more appealingly. There's things that could be written more poetically, and I did a few rewrites in that video, where like, I don't like sand. Like, how could you have rewritten that to be more expressive and less cheesy to the average person? But it does get everywhere. It does.
So we as a viewer learn something.
But still, Mr. Two Star Wars Nerds and I, it was my favorite conversation I've ever had about Star Wars dialogue in the prequels, was when we talked about I don't like sand and how it's the most underrated line in the entirety of Star Wars. That really, he doesn't like sand because of what it represents to him and how he grew up, and she loves it because of where she grew up. A beach is a comfortable place that they can play and have fun, and it reminds them of fun summer days. And for him, it reminds him of servitude and being a slave and sandstorms and harsh living conditions.
Every time I hear people complain about the prequels, I'm just like, well, excuse me.
How would
big doo-doo this time.
Yeah. It's funny, X-Wing. I actually mentioned the same thing when Coffee and Master Paul and I had actually filmed a video while we were on vacation, and we were talking about I don't like sand, and that's pretty much exactly what I had said. Where he doesn't like sand because it reminds him of his home, which was
Yeah.
basically being in bondage.
Mm-hmm.
I think I remember why now I don't remember that scene when I first saw it in the theaters. I actually fell asleep during that part.
Hmm.
What?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
It's like my brother. He falls asleep in all the movies.
That was the only time I ever fell asleep in a Star Wars movie.
Was on
Hmm.
Naboo?
Yeah, episode 2.
That place made me. I
Interesting.
just felt like I was home. It was so comfortable with the Across the Stars playing in the background and the waterfalls and oh my god, I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It took me years to get used to Hayden Christensen as Anakin.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna play that I don't like sand part of my video because
Mhm.
I'm happy with that one, especially the
Let's do
rewrite.
it.
I'm gonna be right back too.
All right. But at the same time, he can't relieve himself of those feelings. And finally, you guys probably assumed this line was coming. I don't like sand. It's coarse, rough, and irritating, and it gets everywhere. This is probably the most quoted line when talking about bad dialogue of the prequels. And this is actually a genius line. Go and check out right now 2 Star Wars nerds on their channel. They did a video on this where they really did a great job of explaining this line and what the context is and what it actually means and how it's actually genius and how it's actually an amazing line of dialogue. I'm going to kind of try to touch on that right now. But they did it first. Go check out their original video. They did a fantastic job on it. So let's get some context for this quote. Padme had just talked about how on school trips they used to come to that exact spot and swim over every day to the island and lay out on the sand and let the sun, the warm sun, mind you, dry them off. But to Anakin, the sun and the sand represented the harshest aspects of life. They represented aging and destruction. Sand wasn't a comfort, it was a misery. It was bondage. It was cruelty. And then he counters that by saying everything here is soft and smooth. And sure, this could sound like a really cheesy pickup line, but he's just being honest. He's telling her that she's the most comforting thing that he's ever experienced, that she is the most relieving thing that he's ever known. So for this final one, I'm going to go ahead and rewrite it again. If I was writing a novelization of this is how I would write this line. Anakin's eyes narrowed as he stared into the water. He was 8 years old in Watto's junk shop. He could feel the bruises on his face swelling as he stared at the drops of blood soaking into the sand that covered every inch of the shop's floor. Growing up on Tatooine, Anakin said, finally snapped back to reality. Sand was not a luxury to be enjoyed. It was a burning reminder of the cruelty of everyday life. It was coarse, just like everything there. It represented a roughness found in everyone. No one cared. No one helped. It was a constant feeling of irritation that I could never escape. The misery was everywhere, and the sand was everywhere. But not here. This place. With you, everything is soft and smooth and comforting. You are the opposite of the torture of my childhood, and with you I am finally at peace. Yeah, so that's just what we were talking about. It's a beautiful line. It just, most people don't look deeper than the cheesiness of it. I don't even think it's cheesy. Like, what is he supposed to say? He's, 19 years old. He's never been allowed to have feelings for anyone before. And he's just trying to be honest and tell her, you are completely different than everything I've experienced. So, I mean, that's my thoughts on it.
I mean, plus when he adds in the whole, and it gets everywhere, he's putting the moves on her, man. He's being slick. He's being funny. He's being that funny, nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to clean it from you, Padme?
Oh, wow.
Padawannabe says, I thought all the dialogue was fine in the movies. Han, of all the characters, seemed like he had those ladies' man come on lines practiced like a bad cantina hopper.
Yep.
I love Han. That's my boy.
Mhm.
And real quick, Darth Scorpion, you're right. Anakin probably would have hated living on Arrakis.
All right,
His
everyone. It
favorite
is
place,
time
right?
for a giveaway.
Oh,
Oh, I got. Hold up.
Real quick, Michael, while we're waiting for the giveaway, while he's taking care of that, you also got some new lightsabers today. I think X-Wing would appreciate seeing.
Ooh.
Yeah, do that while I'm setting this up.
He's zooming himself in.
he found the zoom button.
Mhm.
How do I fix it? There we go.
Stash is coming in good, man.
I gotta fix my
Yeah.
chair. There we go.
By the way, Tim, as the resident mustache expert, whose mustache is better, mine or X-Wing's?
Oh, put him
Oh,
on the
yours.
spot like that.
1,000%. Yeah.
Based on visuals alone, yours.
Mhm.
But I know how much passion is going into Stash Rendar's,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and honestly, it's looking killer.
Mhm.
Thank you
So-
so much. I've been really going through a lot with this, and a lot of people have been really mean.
I think some of Mexican Iron Man has rubbed off on you, X-Wing, from when you were both on my stream.
Oh.
Just don't listen to Feet McCracken.
What do you
Don't
want?
listen to what he has to say.
It's not
Oh,
a prawn stash. It's the Wesley from Princess Bread.
Yeah, I see it.
Fair enough.
Say, as you wish.
Wesley.
Okay, so we are going to be giving away for our first giveaway at the 1 hour mark a Coffee on Korriban mustache mug.
Need
And
it.
it has black, white, or gray, your choice. And on the back, it says my little slogan, here's a sip for you. So that is what we will be giving away. I do have a prize wheel, the little giveaway wheel with everyone's names added. And I'm going to refresh our donation fundraiser page just to make sure we didn't get any new donations. Oh, we did. Matt Cave, $40. Thank you very much, sir. I'm going to add you.
Well, don't pop me in there, and I'm someone else down below already. But I got one. I don't want to take away someone's chance.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll throw it in the chat.
All right. Well, let me talk about something.
Sand
Yeah, the-
people.
I'll
Mike,
give
if
you
you-
a topic. Rhode Island is neither a road nor an island. Discuss.
It's very interesting, Mad Cave, and I do think this is something that needs to be addressed.
It really does.
It
But
really
how
does.
long
True.
is Long Island?
Not long enough.
It's about a road's length.
By the I also heard that 3 Mile Island ain't 3 miles.
Mhm.
We live in a world of lies.
Ooh, Leia Rose puts a good piece right here. Anakin missed his mother growing up, and when she died, half his heart was lost. And when Anakin met Padme years later, Padme was the missing piece Anakin needed to mend his heart. I will say Shmi was still alive at that point when they went to go to Naboo, but she wasn't in the picture.
Yeah.
And he was having those visions of her dying. So, yeah, that would make sense after that, especially after his mother was dead. Padme did fill that void for him.
Mm-hmm. No, that's such a great point right there.
Mhm.
Star Wars should be a lesson to all the young men out there. You need to be yourself. Don't never use somebody else to make you feel like who you are. You understand what I'm saying? All right? Otherwise, you wind up killing a bunch of kids. You know?
Oh boy.
Where's the fun in that?
All right, can we all see this?
Yes.
Oh, sure.
All right, we're going to be doing the spinning the wheel for the giveaway of the mustache mug.
I'm liking that
Here
stash
we
render.
go.
I'm feeling that stash render.
Here we
Give
go.
me that stash render. Oh.
Oh.
Michael Strassner.
Michael already has one.
Yeah, I already do.
Do it
Would
again.
you-
Do it
Respin.
again.
All right.
Respin.
Mulligan.
All right.
Wait,
Here we
hold
go.
on a second. We gotta
Practice
take
round.
some stuff out. Hold on a second.
What are you talking about?
This is not the hopper.
The hopper.
All right. What are we
Yeah.
talking about?
I need
Okay.
a hopper.
Go to the private chat.
Copy that.
Hmm.
Well, I learned something new tonight.
What's that?
I'm
Something.
gonna go
How do I?
Facebook.
Hold
I'm
on,
gonna go
hold on.
Facebook stock Matt Cave.
Come on down, man.
Yeah.
I'm real
All right.
boring on Facebook.
Michael,
Yeah.
would you like me to take you out as
Yeah,
well?
go ahead.
Okay.
You can take me out also.
Oh,
You can
man.
take me out too.
You guys are so noble. I'm definitely staying in. Are you
Look
kidding me?
at- Yeah, dude, stay in there, man. It's one of my favorite coffee
100% I'm
mugs. You
staying in
gotta-
there. What are you kidding me?
you gotta
Well,
get in
I
this.
shouldn't have taken you out because I would have to add you guys in for the Revenge of the Sith.
It's a
Oh, yeah.
$50
and the
mug.
coffee machine.
Yeah.
$50 mug.
Everybody starts chatting.
Wait,
chatting.
I
if
hope
I
you
win the
guys
mug,
know.
do I get taken out?
No,
We got
Oh, okay.
no,
cool.
you're
we
eligible
got
for
Star
all the
Wars
giveaways.
theology. We
Yeah,
got
take
Padawan.
Brian out too.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave you guys in because I want you guys to have a shot at the Revenge of the Sith Ultimate Edition later. So I'm gonna leave you in for now.
Mhm.
I gotta add everyone back in anyway, because I want you all to have a chance at winning the 5-hour cut of Revenge of the Sith. But we're gonna spin again.
Get
and
Padawan in there.
Oh, Felix is out too.
Wait,
so
did
perfect. My
Padawan
odds are
donate?
just.
Who did I miss?
Did he donate?
Let's see.
I
I'm
don't know.
checking now.
As far as I see, I don't. Padawan did you
Yeah, I
donate? I don't want to.
I don't see it either.
Oh, I don't see. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, let's put the donate link in one more time. They can get the next donation. We're gonna spin this. We still good? You guys can see the wheel still.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, here we go for the
It is.
mustache mug.
Wheel. Oh, coffee.
Oh, why do I
And
keep
it
getting passed
is.
up?
Jeff Day.
Hey.
Donated earlier. So, all right, Mr. Jeff Day, you have won yourself the Coffee on Korban mustache mug.
I suppose I'm happy for you.
So Jeff Day, get with me. Put in the comments. If you're not in my Discord, then join the Discord. That's really all I'm on these days is YouTube and Discord because I never got on Twitter. Don't ever want to get on Twitter. I don't TikTok. I don't snap the chats. I don't really even Facebook anymore. I have a Facebook, but I got like 30 friends, and it's just
Facebook's for boomers, anyways.
Mad Cave, do you hear this? He doesn't even do the snappings.
I don't. I just learned to tweet.
To be fair, I don't Snapchat either. Literally, all I have is Facebook, Twitter.
What does
and
that mean?
TikTok.
You do this
And
while you
YouTube.
talking?
just like, hey,
He's a chatty guy.
I can share
Hey,
things on the
guy.
internet.
Yeah,
I can post
yeah,
it and then
guy,
just see it
hey.
in 2 seconds. I can
He likes
post
doing the
something,
jazz or something like that. All right.
and I can send you a picture in my email, just like that.
Yeah.
Admiral, what world did we just beam down to this time?
Sigma Iosha.
Okay.
Boomerland. There you get a discount every time.
The coffee's starting to run through me, so I have to excuse myself to make some more space.
Oh, perfect. I can lead off a conversation about the
Yeah.
sequels.
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
A piece of the
All right.
action.
You guys discuss, but remember to keep it PG.
We got you.
What
Yes.
the heck did he just say? What the devil did he just say?
And for gosh sakes, watch your darn language.
Captain Paul, are you out of your Vulcan mind?
He said keep it PG, like a
Um,
Filipino gynecologist.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's PG.
It is PG.
Yeah.
I thought that's what he said.
Yep. Bolshevik.
wow.
Just real quick, by the way, if y'all have look up whenever y'all get the chance, Tim Hawkins Christian cuss words.
Mm,
Ooh, I'm into it.
yeah. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Also, Timothy's not here, so check this out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it didn't work. Dang
Uh,
it. Son of a biscuit.
mm,
And
Is
gravy.
this gonna work? Oh, I know what I have to do. I know what I have to do.
you look like a shuriken.
I just don't know if I have the strength to do it. Does it
you
work?
you went
Alright.
there, huh?
Huh? Well, that doesn't look very good, does it?
You're all blanked out.
What is this?
Boomer.
I'm doing a boomer. But does this work? Hey, subscribe to X-Wing.
Self promotion. Son of a Baptist preacher.
I mean, Michael and I are both sons of a Baptist preacher.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make me get the fart gun.
Oh, do it.
Yeah.
Do what must be done, Matt Cave.
All right, so Maria Espino in here says, topic, discuss Han Solo being featured in the book of Boba Fett. Is that something that's confirmed, or is that something that's being theorized?
Speculatory.
Theory about
speculatory.
potential flashbacks. They could work that in though. I wouldn't
I could
say
see it,
have him
maybe.
in a bunch. Maybe just one episode have a flashback of something
Yeah.
between the two of them.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't
That's
know.
such a huge thing, though. Like, Han and Boba are yin and yang when it comes to... You have, like, Luke and Vader,
Mhm.
and then you have, like, Han and Boba. That's a huge thing. If you bring in Han, that's a whole... You got to deal with all that. You can't just have him pop up for 5 seconds and then, like, oh, look, it's Han Solo.
Mhm.
And then he's gone.
Right.
Because I feel like if he's in it too much, he's going to overshadow a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
How
would it
easily
be
can Han
Harrison
Solo
Ford? Would
overshadow
it be who would it be? Would it be Harrison Ford, digitally
I-
recreated?
Mm.
Oh no.
I don't know.
Will it be Alden Ehrenreich?
By the way, thank you, Admiral, for donating another $25.
Admiral.
I can't do the accent every single time. It hurts.
It hurts.
It burns. It burns.
You know what? No, look, being someone who gets forced to do voices for my children all the time, yes, your throat gets all messed up. There's only so long I can talk like Bert and Ernie on the way to school with my daughter.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what's really funny? The other day, I was just, driving at work, and I thought of you pretending to be Optimus Prime on Goggles and Gadgets stream. And you're
Oh,
like,
good
we have
Lord.
next day delivery.
Yeah. Optimus.
Hey,
Prime.
Would you like to
could do-
buy a bridge?
we could do something
Freedom
like
is the
that
right of all
to
created beings.
help raise money. Do just a random improv thing.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely could.
We gotta get Mac Cave. That's me. I'm Mac Cave. We gotta get X-Wing back in here.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. There we go.
By the way,
Hey,
Michael, you
welcome
didn't show
back,
X-Wing
Commander.
you didn't show
Yeah,
X-Wing
oh,
your
yeah.
lightsaber.
Yeah. So
Yeah, Green Lantern. When you get in here, we'll do something.
What kind of lightsaber you talking about? Take it easy.
So this is some of the stuff that we found at PJ's friend's house, Chris, and
Which
I
we
got,
just put a
like,
video
two
up
things.
about that.
yeah, we did. And then this one, I'm actually not sure who this belongs to because
That's
originally
a
I
Kit
thought
Fisto.
this is Kit Fisto.
I don't think
Okay.
so. I think the emitter's too short for it to be a Kit Fisto.
Mm-hmm.
That is 100% a Kit Fisto. Hold on. Take your hand off of it so I can just see the top and the bottom of it.
Like that?
Oh, that's not a Kit Fisto.
Yeah,
I think
I
that-
have
I
no
think-
idea.
I think that's Barris Ophies.
Well,
Huh.
I actually put in some batteries in it, so you want me to turn it on?
Do it.
Yes. Oh, it's green.
It is
Yeah.
green.
So I
guess
have
it's Kit Fistos then.
I mean, it looks like Kit Fistos, but it's not Kit
Mhm.
Fistos. Yeah.
yeah.
Looks
right.
pretty close, though.
And then
Noise.
I have one more, and this one is a nice one, but admittedly, I'm running into a bit of trouble with it.
Ooh, little soaky soak.
Yep,
Little soaky action.
I had to get it.
Wow.
Nice.
See you later, theology.
And then
Thank
if
you
you
for
look
stopping
over
by.
here, it actually has the LGT components inside.
Yeah.
Which actually,
All right,
actually
here's a
I
question.
think it is.
Mhm,
Well, not so much a question. Let's talk about Book of Boba Fett theories.
mhm.
What do you guys think is going to happen? I know Book of Boba Fett's kind of been talked to death, and we don't really have a whole lot to go on. But what do you think is going to happen, or what would you like to happen in the Book
Well,
of
let's-
Boba Fett?
Well, let's just get this out of the way right now, X-Wing. I agree with you. Mace Windu's going to appear.
Mhm.
Wow.
I just hope that there's like an actual look at the criminal underworld, like almost like a gang war
Mm-hmm.
in Gotham, if I had to compare it to anything.
I think he falls
I can
into
see
another
that.
Sarlacc pit.
Episode 2, and then it's just
Yeah.
over.
Didn't he fall into like 3 different pits at different times in Legends?
Did he?
I don't
Oh,
know.
I'm pretty sure
I
he
don't
was
know.
like there were 3 different times he was in the Sarlacc pit.
I feel like at that point I would just leave Tatooine. Like, you know
Yeah,
what? I feel like I've
let
got a
him
really
leave.
bad track record.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. 3
Can we
times.
make a Mace Saber that has quotes from
I'm-
Pulp Fiction?
Hey, with NeoPixel technology, anything's possible.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I mean,
that
I've-
Profi board. Yeah, you could
Oh,
light
yeah.
it up and it'd be like, ignite the saber, mother blinker.
Yeah.
You would hit the
Like
button
I-
and it'd open up and it'd be purple.
I kid
Yeah.
you not. There's someone on TikTok that I follow that does Profi NeoPixel stuff, and she literally has a Kirby sound font.
Mhm.
Kirby, the little
Kirby?
pink ball
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Oh, yeah.
I've thought
Um,
about getting one, and I think I know like what sound font I would get. I would
This
preferably-
is a tasty spotchka.
Where they call it in Europe.
Maria thinks we're
Call
going
it
to tie into
Malay,
Solo.
no.
What do you guys think about that?
I think we could.
I think
I
that's an.
thought that was
going
going to happen, but the lady that plays Kira was in I think she had a scheduling issue and wasn't able to film for it. And so,
Amelia Clark.
Yeah.
yeah. And so
Yeah.
we didn't think we were going to see Kira, but I know she was interested in reprising the role because I saw in an article her talking
Mhm.
about it. And she's like, yeah, heck yeah, I want to come back.
Yeah. I mean, it would
if
make
you-
sense.
If you're looking for really good saber fonts, go to Kyberphonics.
Mm-hmm.
Have you
Kyberphonic-
heard his Pod Racer sound font?
Yes,
Oh,
it is amazing.
I think-
so beautiful.
I think we are at least going to see Crimson Dawn. I want to see the criminal underworld, like you were saying.
Yeah.
I just want this to be like a mafia
Mm-hmm.
story. Like I want to see how the criminal underworld operates, because especially like Hut Space. What if Boba unites all of that, and now he's like a big enough force to contend with what is now the New Republic,
Mhm.
right? We don't even know how that might play out, because as far as we know up to this point, there's the New Republic and then the First Order, but we don't know anything that happens in between if they're still continuing down that route. But if Boba really unites the whole crime world, that could be a force to be reckoned with.
Mm-hmm.
And on that note, Don Clatterman just put in something really interesting in here. Is the Pike Syndicate still around at this time? Because that, if they are, that could be a serious factor too.
I
They were
think so.
militant. Yeah.
I also think that Black Sun is still around, but then again, that could be related to more of Crimson Dawn.
No, they're definitely around. We see Black Sun represented in the trailer.
Yeah.
They're at the table. Yeah, I think this underworld style, this Godfather meets Star Wars, is going to be really well done. Oh, what is this?
You
Yeah.
think Disney's going to go that far?
You have
I'm
to
not.
hear
I'm
this,
not.
Timothy.
I'm not so certain.
You got to keep in mind that it's still Lucasfilm, and they can go dark. It's not really Disney calling the shots.
Yeah.
This is Kyberphonics Pod Racer sound font. You have to hear this. It's insane.
Now this is pod racing.
Whoa.
If I knew the correct way, If I knew the
headphone
correct
users.
way, if I knew the correct way to be putting Profi sound fonts on one of those boards, I'd be doing it all the time.
That is just the coolest freaking thing to me. If I could hold that, just do. I'd
That's
be
so
running
cool.
around my house in my underwear.
Yeah. Yeah.
You always end up in your underwear.
I'm just saying. Yeah. Well,
Quick shout out to Nerdporial. I know you donated earlier, and Tomas Gonzalez, because you guys just got us to $600.
Sheesh.
Dude, that's
so
awesome.
thank you very much. Who else did I delete from our little wheel?
You deleted Michael and I and Matt Cave.
Okay. All right. Let me add you guys back in, because definitely don't want you guys to miss out on Revenge of the Sith Ultimate Edition. And let me talk about that just a minute. Revenge of the Sith Ultimate Edition is this movie right here. It is 315 minutes long, not 3 hours and 15 minutes long, 315 minutes long. That's over 5 hours, 5.25 hours. It is fan made, so this is not an official Lucasfilm thing, but it doesn't matter because it watches amazing. So that's the cover art. The back is all legit with all the actors on it. It's beautiful. And on the inside, the artwork is the same image, but in live action and Clone Wars animation. So this is what I will be giving away at, what would that be, 11 o'clock Eastern time? So, well, like 40 minutes from now or whatever. And again, everyone that is donated tonight will be eligible to be able to win this. So 315 minutes, what's that in metric? But this is what I'll be giving away. You do not want to miss that. So donate if you haven't already. If you already have, you'll be entered into winning that. You don't have to donate again or anything. But I want everyone to be able to share in this. And if you don't win and you would like to buy it, let me know and I can send you the link for it, because it's awesome. It's $25 and it is pretty awesome. So
it's true.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, Scott Westbrook. My computer is glitching now. There we go. Hope everyone has a good night. Got to get up at Dark 30. Have a good night, Scott. Thank you very much for coming by.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night, brother.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting a sound font for a while, and I think I know what I would get to. It's actually based on one of the video games I play a little bit more recently, Doom Eternal, and it's actually the Crucible sword that I want to get as a sound font. And then I was also thinking about getting this thing with NeoPixel or something, because admittedly I've actually run into a bit of problems with this.
What
because
happened?
Basically when I tried plugging it in right here, it had like this weird popping / buzzing noise. Like it wasn't breaking anything or catching anything on fire, thank goodness, but
it sounds like the battery's just super dead.
Yeah.
I know a lot of my Profi ones, if you leave it unplugged for too long, even some of the like early LGT boards, if they're super, super dead, it'll try to say charging, but it can't say it because it's so dead.
Yeah.
And so as it starts and starts and starts, it's you just hear chop, 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 chop,
Yeah.
chop, chop.
And then, not to help anything, but all of my power cords are pretty much bent, since they're like the micro USB ones, so they're slightly bent. And so I thought that maybe straightening out would work, but now no matter what, this won't charge. So
weird.
Maybe I can just replace this socket or just get NeoPixel.
Yeah, you could do an install on it for sure.
By the way, who was the person that you were mentioning that had NeoPixel, PJ?
The one that I talked about sending my stuff to get installed, that would be Solo Sabers LLC, run by a guy named Jeremy off of Facebook, and he will pretty much install whatever you want. Profi, Crystal Focus 10, Verso, Golden Harvest, any of that stuff. And he does some amazing work.
Yeah. I might look into that.
I want to give a quick shout out. GX2 that donated $100 earlier. That's my grandma. She heard we were doing this, and she's like, I want to donate. I'm going to send you a check in the mail, so you donate on my behalf. So she wanted to do $100. So a very special thank you to Grandma. I miss you. So come visit us in Tennessee as soon as you can.
Dude, there's no shame there. My dad totally donated $100 on my veteran stream.
Yeah,
he was one of the first donators. I was like, yeah.
I was like, what do you want me to put your name as? Like Star Wars Grandma? She's like, no, GX2, because her name is it's awesome because her name is Gigi, because my daughter, it's her great grandma, and so GX2 is Gigi. I'm like, that's a sick name. She actually wanted to come on my Monday night debrief this next Monday, so I might have Grandma on my show, which is going to be awesome.
Nice.
Thank you, Grandma. Love you.
Let's
come out and visit us. So, and thank you again for the $100.
Yeah.
Very generous, and you help us hit that goal. So that's awesome. We're done. Boba Fett talk. Anything else to add? It's kind of been talked to death. There's not really a whole lot to go on.
I was just kind of
we're only a month away.
We were going to see a hit list. That's what I wanted for Boba.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. We might see like a little bit of it, but I don't think it's going to be what I thought it was. But I still think there's so much that can be done with the dynamic of the power vacuum and the and the warring families, basically. You know.
Yeah.
And something to keep in mind too, at this time period, we still have remnants of the Empire.
Yeah.
So this is something that's going to come into play. I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
he's probably got his beef with them.
Yeah. I mean, that might be how Boba might do some recruiting and just get a bunch of former Imperial employees and just say, hey, join my Cool Kids Club and I'll actually treat you better than the Empire.
Now, do we think he gets a new pet for the palace?
Oh, that's right.
Did you guys hear about the Rancor riding scene stuff?
No.
Oh, in the concept art?
There was a leak, about Boba riding a Rancor.
Yeah. I don't know.
Question on that. Do you think it's Moochie from the Bad Batch?
Well, that's
Can we stop
Rancor.
Doing this? Can we
That's
just
the
stop
Rancor
doing
from
this?
Jedi.
That's kind of cool, but it's almost like Rex is the one that helps Padme.
The Rancor from Jedi was Patissa.
It's not the same Rancor?
Patissa just means friend in Huttese, though, right?
That's not what I'm asking, though. We know that that's a different Rancor, but I'm asking, could the replacement Rancor be Moochie?
Right, Moochie.
Oh, I gotcha. Maybe.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think so, because Moochie's female, right? Not going to be as large or aggressive.
So was Patissa.
The
Patissa was a girl.
Yeah. Here, let me actually show a picture of the Bull Rancor, because I think we've seen this once before.
In Force Unleashed.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and pull that up for you.
Yes. And real quick, while he's doing that, Maria, yes, I absolutely would watch an anthology film of Cal Kestis 10 years after Jedi Fallen Order, because that game was
amazing. He's still around.
I still never played that game, and I don't know his story.
It's worth it. It is way worth it.
Huh? What happened?
What now?
I don't know.
What?
I feel like I'm in danger. Oh, we got Father Time in the house.
Hey.
I can't hear it. So
Father Time, if you'd like to join, I can send you a link. Just let me know.
You've never played the game?
No.
Why?
I only have a PS2.
Oh
boy.
I don't even have an Xbox 360.
I'm ready to share the thing, by the way, whenever you're ready.
Yeah.
So basically here it is, and here's a little bit more of a detailed sketch of its tusks. So obviously this thing will haunt you.
Yeah, man.
That's
That's the
scary.
thing that Maris has guarding Bail Organa on Force Unleashed.
So that's a male. That's a male Rancor.
Yes, that is a male.
Wow.
Now, has it been featured in any other Star Wars stuff?
So far as I know, it's just the Force Unleashed 1. And this was specifically when you were... Let's see, should I spoil it for Tim?
Mhm.
Yeah. Basically, you have to fight this guy before you fight Maris Brode on Felucia.
And Black Dragon, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. No one is required to donate tonight, but I know this subject means a lot to a lot of people. So really appreciate it. And the people that are going to be helped really appreciate it as well. So a YouTube channel and no Xbox One or 360. I know.
Yeah, what are you doing, bro?
Yep, priorities being 2 daughters. So.
Yeah. Hey, Coffee. Highlight the comment from Dat Boy Steve.
Okay, let's talk about this. You can one of the gameplay things in Jedi Fallen Order, especially once you unlock all the options late in the game, you can give Cal Kestis any color that you want. But his canon lightsaber color is not yellow. It's blue.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But if you bought the deluxe edition, you get orange.
You can also make Revan a girl.
Which
Yes, that's true.
Doesn't mean that
the
it's
exile man.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that it's the way it's in canon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Question on that. Do you think Revan is going to be female? I'm hoping they're going to
they're going
have
to
to
try,
be able to change
buddy.
it. But do you think Revan is going to be default female in the new KOTOR?
I don't know.
In the remake of the game you're talking about, or like a film version?
Because people are going to burn things if it's female only. So I can't imagine they wouldn't give you the choice. But
I
do you
think they're going
think
to keep the same character creation model.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I want them to update game mechanics and add things, but leave the story alone. The story is near perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
just
KOTOR is...
Matt Cave, what we were talking about before with Resident Evil, with the Resident Evil 1 remake, how that is like the perfect model of how to do a remake correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's what I want. That's what I want.
It reminds me, I gotta keep playing that game.
I need to get into the game.
But KOTOR, so KOTOR is not canon.
No,
the new one's going to be canon.
The name Revan, and by extension, the character is canon from the sequels because there was a legion named Revan or something in the First Order or Final Order or whatever.
And it was named after Revan.
Right. But I mean, all that Old Republic stuff is still part of everyone's headcanon at this point. So unless they contradict it, we're just kind of going to accept it as canon.
You know, the fun thing about the original KOTOR in that initial character creation is you get 3 different classes and you could choose male or female. It was just pick however you want to do this and play out the story however you want. That was the thing about, because remember BioWare had made this game alongside with LucasArts, and they were big into games like that, where it's create your character and it's kind of just, you know, however you want your character to represent. Same thing in Jedi Academy. You had multiple species, multiple genders. There was a lot of options. I hope they keep that in the remake, because that's one of the replayability features of a game like that. Right. Create a new character.
Yeah, there is absolutely no reason to not make it whatever you want to play. Just play it.
Yeah.
There's no reason unless you're making a statement in some form of social. I mean, I don't want to go there, but
it just would kind of destroy the spirit of the original of having that choice, as you were saying, Matt Cave. It's like, if you want to play as a female, cool. There's already the storyline for that in the original, and that's how you get to set up your character. But if they made it female only and did not give you that choice, that would be a problem for a lot of people.
Yeah. They got to remember that this, at the end of the day, is still a game. They're not making a movie, right? A movie, obviously, you have to set characters and you do whatever you're doing with it, right? You have a story that you're going to follow. In a game, though, the idea of playing something like that is to kind of put yourself into it and make it whatever you want it to be. And that's what makes games like that so great. any game that gives you character creation and things like that, you're able to make it like your personalized version of the game. And so I hope they keep that aspect.
And Steve, to your point, everyone assumes Revan is male because that's kind of what fans have gravitated towards. But again, there was that choice in the original, which I'm okay with. You're customizing your character. Like it's you playing the game. The whole point of KOTOR was play through this story as if you were Revan. You make those choices, light side or dark side, according to what you would do.
Yeah.
You go and do bounties if that's what you would want to do.
But then there was the book. That's the thing.
the book.
Right.
When you get the Revan book, that's where things get shady because now Revan was married. Revan was married and had a kid, Avner. Right. You know, this is now we're like, oh, well, he has an established story, whether it be canon or not. He's got an established story. He has an established story. And then you're like this.
So if, to continue off that point, if Revan was female only in the remake, that would be not in accordance with the book, right? Or if the official storyline, which I hope they have the multiple endings again, because that's part of the story again. If there's like a main correct ending of the game and it's not Revan and Bastila ending up together, that's against the story as well. And that book, Revan, is a lot of people have issues with it, but it's a beautiful book, especially the ending, as we've already talked about, the most depressing ending of anything I've ever experienced.
Yes.
Yeah. Maria says Revan was married and had a kid with Bastila. Yep.
Yeah. Which is great. Like you can kind of look at that as just one of the branches taken from the game. But they got to keep it open, I think, with this new game. I hope that they don't I don't want them to just beat for beat do the same game just with new graphics. I like you were comparing it to the Resident Evil 1 remake. Take what made the game great and now expand upon this, right?
Yeah.
So like
add
Resident
more
Evil
missions, add more side missions, add more planets, add different character options. And
one of the things in that remake was the addition of the character Lisa Trevor and the Trevor family in the Resident Evil game. That was not in the original.
Right.
I did not know that.
Such a great add-on. Oh, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't. I never played I actually never played the original.
Oh man, I did a whole playthrough of actually the original on my channel if you ever wanted to see what it was like. But
yeah, that whole storyline,
never
because it's rated G, it's effed up. That whole George Trevor, Lisa Trevor, the journal entries always break my heart every time I read them.
Oh, it's such a heart-wrenching story that they added in there, but it was such an amazing addition to a game I already loved. And if they do that with the KOTOR remake, like I would love to see them start prior to the start of the original game. I want to see more Bastila. I want to see her going on the mission where she was sent out to go take on Revan and Malik. And
do we know who's developing? Do we know who's developing the remake?
I think it's BioWare.
Aspire?
Yeah, Aspire. Yeah, but they brought in people who were formerly BioWare, so there's some original creators involved here. I don't know to what extent.
Is Karpashin involved? Do you guys know?
I don't know. But Aspire is the group that's been bringing us the new ports of the Star Wars games. We got
freaking muted that whole time.
Jedi Outcast, Jedi Academy. Republic
They're not
Commando.
paying Drew anything. They're not paying Drew anything.
I got a hard question for you guys.
Oh boy.
Father Time is wanting to join. I'm assuming, unless he's asking for the link. So Father Time, clarify, do you mean the join link or the donate link? But if it's the join link, does anyone want to sacrifice themselves?
I can boot.
Yeah, I can take off.
I was going to say, I'm doing my first members only stream in like 20 minutes. So I
yeah.
I'll take this time to hop. So thanks for having me on.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys very much for stopping by and for donating. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Join
do you want me to? Do you want me to do my outro?
Yes, absolutely.
Please.
Okay. Well, remember, everybody, it's okay to be Nerdporial. And remember, the wings of Nerdporials, may they carry you to purpose. Have a good one.
See you later.
Thanks for stopping by.
Nice.
Ciao, brother.
Love it.
Yeah. You know, now I think about it, when you were talking about taking what was great about the game and expanding upon it rather than just giving you the same game but with different graphics. I want to say that's part of why the new GTA re-release failed miserably, because it was just the same game with the same graphics, well, with different graphics, but
Was
some of the
it?
graphics
It,
also
yeah, they
looked
just
terrible.
they made it a little prettier and everything, higher resolution, and changed a little bit of it. I've actually started playing through Vice City again in that version, which
Yeah.
to me was already a very enjoyable game. You know what it is? It's that that game, the way Grand Theft Auto plays, it plays a certain way. And with what they did with this, I actually didn't mind that because I already enjoyed that style. KOTOR, though, if you want to bring in a wider audience, you kind of have to update and modernize the control scheme, because I think
I agree.
yeah, if you leave it completely turn-based the way the original is, where you can still adapt it even there, but I think you're kind of isolating your audience a little bit. GTA, I think, gets away with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have said multiple times they're changing it to not button mashing, but it's not turn-based combat anymore. It's free-form combat now.
It'd probably be
Good.
more like Fallen Order, something like that.
Which I'd be cool with.
And just real quick, we got some new donations came in. Black Dragon, of course, Don Clatterman, and John Pontoriero, I think. But thank you guys very much. You guys are entered in the giveaway, which we will be doing in, 15 minutes or so?
Yeah, about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I got a
thank
blue
you guys
brother,
very
man.
much.
I got
Awesome.
a goal. I'm sorry.
All right, dude. Thank you very much for coming by. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Check it out. You were gone last time. I figured out how to self-shill on other people's streams. Watch this.
Yo, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And everyone, if you're not subscribed to X-Wing, please go do it. He just got monetized, so he's one of the famous people now. So
yeah, thanks a lot, Kari. Yeah, no, that's right. And don't forget to pay me for being here.
yeah,
I
of course.
get a check
of
in
course.
the mail.
half of all the money we raise is going directly to you.
Perfect, as it should be.
Yeah.
Oh, how did I know this was going to happen?
Awesome.
All right, guys. Well, I love you. Thank you for having me. Obviously, Coffee. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Matt
right,
Cave,
see
love
you.
you, buddy. Star Wars guys. Love you. We'll see you later.
All right. Well, Father Time, I sent the link to your Discord if you want to join. But man, this coffee is really. I gotta pee again. So
do your thing, man.
Yeah. Well, there's actually something that I kind of want to cover, but even though everyone's doing it nowadays, what are your thoughts on Spider-Man No Way Home? That's going to be coming in like less than a month now.
I'm very excited for this film.
They need to give us Toby. I don't care about Andrew, but as long as Toby is there.
I think they're both going to be there, and I think they're going to have quite a bit of screen time from what I'm hearing. I heard rumor of something like 39 minutes of screen time for them.
Yeah. And this movie is going to be maybe, I don't know, 2 hour, 2.5 hours. I would even be surprised.
Go ahead, Paul.
By the way, Matt Cave, I can't say what I'm about to say on air because it's spoilers for the new Ghostbusters movie, but just check private chat.
Ooh,
I think you'll know
maybe
what I
not
mean.
even put it there. Do it on Discord.
On Discord? Okay, fair enough. I'll message you on Discord.
Yeah, man.
But
yeah, I just wanted to get everybody's thoughts on it because this is probably going to be like the second biggest Marvel movie ever. Only second behind Endgame, because Endgame pretty much raised the standard and set it there.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those big moments as we transition into another phase, because we're bringing multiverse into this, right? And
yes,
I recently finally finished Loki. My wife and I, we had the last 2 episodes remaining, or 3 episodes. We banged them out, and now I'm like, okay, I'm glad we watched that before we saw Spider-Man, because we're heading into multiverse territory. To answer Padawanabe's question real quick, I own NHL 22. I bought it on the PS5, actually the hard copy, because I love having hard copies. And I agree with Maria. This got to be at least a 2.5 hour film for No Way Home. There's a lot to squeeze in there. They can't pull another blunder like they did with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
They squeezed way too much into that film. And one of the things I'm actually so happy about with this new one is that the trailer did show we have Sandman back. Hey,
Yes,
Father Time.
that's
How
gonna
are
be
you?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Good,
Doing
good.
well.
All right.
I think this is the first time you and I have met, Father Time.
Oh, yes. That must be. So I have to give you the... Hold on. What do I have?
Oh, boy.
He's going to do a funny face. I know
Yeah,
it.
no, they're not.
Is he
They're
go?
not any good. I can go back to the alien.
Is that Coruscant behind you?
There we go.
Looks like
Yeah.
Coruscant.
I like it.
Yeah.
Looks like New York Coruscant.
Yeah.
So, anyways, while you were gone, Coffee, we actually decided to go into a discussion of Spider-Man: No Way Home, which is going to be coming in really soon.
Really
Awesome.
soon.
I think if they don't bring back Tobey Maguire, that's going to be a big mistake.
Yes.
This is their opportunity,
Mhm.
and if they don't, I'm sure they will. I have to believe they will. If they're bringing back Doc Ock and Willem Dafoe. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
I like it.
There we go.
There we are. Okay.
And Father Time, I don't know if you saw the counter, but we're at $655.
I did. I just saw that. That's amazing.
Awesome.
I missed
really
the first part, but did you get a chance to watch all 315 minutes of your video?
Not yet. No.
Oh my gosh. There it is. There it is.
It's so good. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Did you watch all the way through, Matt Cave?
Oh, I did. I'm
Okay,
already on another watch through.
Now, here's the question: did you sit through all of it, or did you have to break it down?
Well, here's the beautiful thing about this, and I don't know if I even said this to Coffee yet, because I'm not sure how far you got into it. When you jump into the menu of this disc, it's broken up already for you into 2 parts.
Yes,
Okay.
I did see that.
And the moment it decides to break for part 1, perfect. Because when you're ready for part 2, it's just this natural transition into the next part of the story. So you technically get 2 movies out of
Interesting.
1. Yep. Really well done. I applaud whoever did the editing for this. It is so seamless. And the transition back and forth from live action to animation, honestly, so quickly, you don't even notice it anymore. You're just so into the story at that point that there's no difference as far as your mind's eye is concerned.
Yeah.
And I know I said it last week on Animation Friday, but I say it again. When it comes time for us to discuss the Siege of Mandalore, that's what we're watching.
Yeah, please.
Yes.
It really is at this point going forward as I rewatch the films, because every once in a while I just jump in. I'm like, all right, starting from the beginning and going. This is how I'm going to watch Revenge of the Sith going forward.
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently someone's pet bunny is like hanging out behind, like just off our porch. And it's going to get down to like 26 degrees tonight. And apparently bunnies can't survive. So I got to go save it, I guess.
Yeah. Go for it.
So I will, I'll be back in a little bit, you guys.
All right, he's gonna go deal with that wascally wabbit.
Yeah. By the way, Matt Cave, did you get what I sent you on Discord?
Oh, checking now.
I guess this is about as much I'll say in regards to Spider-Man. I think it was confirmed by the Marvel execs that the Doc Ock that we're getting is going to be the same Doc Ock from the Tobey universe, like immediately after the second movie. And I'm sure that
the way the trailers portray this and how Doctor Strange is going about it is that it's like they've been pulled from their universe, and if they're here too long, they're going to break Tom Holland's universe, like his Spider-Man's universe. Like he's like, you got like these people are destined to die at the hands of Spider-Man in one way or another. And this is like the big thing about this film is that Tom Holland's Spider-Man now has to decide, do I allow this to continue in this direction? Do I change things? But with the multiverse being broken up so much, and one of the reasons I think for sure the other Spider-Man are going to be in this is there's one of the TV spots. You get this big open screen where the enemy, they're all flying at each other. It's this big wide angle. Lizard gets punched in the face by someone.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I saw that.
So it's like they wiped him out. And we've seen that in trailers before where they have digitally removed characters to keep them from being spoiled. Spider-Man himself was removed from Civil War trailers.
So was the Hulk in Infinity War when that was actually Bruce Banner in the big Hulkbuster armor.
Yeah. And then I also want to say that Electro being played by Jamie Foxx again looks a whole lot better than he did in 2014.
He looks like his comic version, his animated version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
By the way, hello to Daryl the Derelict. Thanks for joining.
Hey,
Hi, Daryl.
Can I get a heck yeah?
Yeah, hell yeah. See, this is right now. Here's why I feel good about coming out. Star Wars, what we're getting now between the release of Ghostbusters and now the coming Spider-Man film and what they're doing with these, it's bringing audiences back. I mean, these were theater fillers right here. These are things that are reviving this industry. And it has to show Hollywood that if you do a story right, if you give audiences what they were actually hoping for, you're going to make that money. You're going to fill the seats. And everyone, for the most part, is going to be happy with it. We don't have to have a political agenda in our films. We don't have to have a certain thing that's going to represent real life at this moment. Tell a good story. Tell the stories that we want to hear and see to escape reality. That's what movie going was about. You don't go to a movie to see real life. You go to a movie to escape real life. And I think having just seen Ghostbusters and now with Spider-Man coming up. Oh, did you say Bugs Bunny?
I caught me a rabbit.
Yep.
Do you have him with you that you can show him?
I gave him some celery, and then I was like, and I like grabbed him like right behind the head, and he was like, ah! And then I brought him inside, and now he's in a little cage.
Yeah.
Can we see him?
Here, sweetie, send me that picture. To oh, you don't have my Discord. Send it to my my email.
Isn't he like 3 feet away from you?
Yeah, but I can't change the camera.
You could bring the rabbit over.
All right. Hold up.
We're getting a rabbit. He's accomplished what Elmer Fudd could not in all
Hold
these
up.
Special guest rabbit.
All right, just a minute.
I know it's a bunny. No, he's scared. Sweetheart, please.
Oh.
Oh boy.
There's an
Suspense is
argument
killing me.
happening.
Oh,
Nice.
Nice.
What's up, Doc?
That's a rabbit.
Rabbits.
Get him, Maroon.
Go wash your hands. Go wash your hands.
By the way,
Go wash your
oh, okay.
Go wash your hands.
By the way,
I gotta go wash my hands.
Tell Mrs. Coffee on Korriban that us showing the rabbit on screen was my idea and that I'm sorry.
It was Paul's idea, and he's sorry. To show the bunny. I'm gonna go wash my hands, and I'll be right back.
there you go.
Mhm.
Nice.
I have
Paul, I will
unpopular-
say I agree with you. What you wrote on Discord, I agree.
Yes.
But you know what? Not a bad thing.
No, not at all.
I kind of have an unpopular opinion about Electro where I actually didn't mind his design
course
back
he's
in
cool.
2014, but I do like this one better. where if I had to compare it to anything, it's comparable to Spider-Man PS4's design of Electro, because he's basically wearing a jacket or like some sort of suit. Oh no!
Wow, Phil.
Fire!
Oh,
Get him, Dad!
man.
Get him! Fire!
And then send him to Mexican Iron Man so he can make some more rabbit chicken tacos.
But we won't
Wow.
be seeing him again.
We went there.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, that's all I got to say about Spider-Man so far.
Mhm.
Other than I'm super excited for it, and hopefully I can see it opening night.
This is what films like the upcoming Spider-Man, Ghostbusters that we just got, and things that are coming along the way is why I feel like Star Wars is going to continue and is going to go down a path of things that we want to see. I'll tell you, after rewatching Rogue One last night, I am hyped for the Andor series. Like, I want more of that character, and I know that a lot of people didn't really like his character much, from what I understand it, with Rogue One. And I was like, you know what? There's a lot of things to these characters that they didn't go into in that
No
film.
character survived in Rogue One.
Exactly. That's the thing. Like, everybody it was done. They were all killed off. The only one that we got to know a little bit about was Saw Gerrera, but that was outside of the film.
Thank you, Maria. Appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. And you have a great rest of your night. And also, Daryl the Derelict donated, so I got to refill my coffee.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Yeah,
Don't
buddy.
give yourself a heart attack. Be careful.
This guy's a pro. Oh, man. That number is climbing.
He's what? He's eating his celery.
Good.
That's pretty funny.
I'm surprised
Yeah,
he
'cause-
was out there.
Yeah, he was around there. I tried to catch him earlier, but he kept running away. But I guess he got too cold now because it's like 27 degrees out right now. 32. It's going to get down to like 26.
Yeah.
But
It all feels
it's
the
cold
same.
here, too.
it does all feel the same. And I guess they're not supposed to go down below 40 degrees. So he wasn't going to have a good night.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Sophie. I got you a bunny. She's going to wake up and there's going to be a bunny in the living room.
Hey, PJ.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, I'm going to be sending you something in Messenger. Kind of brace yourself.
Okay.
Dat Boy Steve says, what are we at now? And I'm going to refresh to make sure we're current. We are at $660
Nice.
at this point. This is awesome. You guys are
That's so cool.
You guys are cool. The Forces family.
Indeed.
Exactly.
We are, you are, coffee on Korriban.
I don't like that.
I play Miss Pac-Man.
Hey, there you go. Love Miss Pac-Man.
Yeah, you were killing
Nobody
it.
could beat me.
That's true.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Challenge accepted.
Any pack a game. Nobody could beat me.
I would make you guys cry in Mario
night, Phil.
Kart 8.
Thanks for stopping by.
Just ask Michael.
Blood
Here's a
was
good
shed, but tears were not shed.
What is the next Star Wars item you all are actually considering purchasing for your collection or others' collections?
Ooh.
I mean, I was thinking about getting a Lightsabers since it's Black Friday. And I also got my Christmas bonus not too long ago, but I think I'm going to use that money to actually get this thing installed with NeoPixel or just some sort of new electronics.
And I'd just like to highlight this comment right here from Trina. She says, amazing. Wow, what a community. The rabbit was a nice touch. Trina is the person I've been in contact with from Give an Hour.
Oh, nice.
I'm pretty sure. Let me make sure that's the same person. Trina. Yes, it is. CEO of Give an Hour. So thank you very much for stopping by. Sorry for the rabbit shenanigans.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're coming together and donating our our money. I can't remember who said it, but they said money is time. Like everyone says time is money, but
Hey,
money
guys.
is also time. So, yes.
Unfortunately, I have to go because again, Jonathan is here staying the night,
Mhm.
and he needs this room to sleep. I'll try and hop on my phone later, but for now, I gotta sign off of here.
Yeah.
Sure thing. Thank you for
So-
stopping by.
Yeah.
No problem. See you later.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
See you.
By the way, coffee.
Yep.
It's 11 o'clock.
We do have to do a giveaway.
Yes, we do.
Oh,
It's time for that
boy.
time.
We got a bunch more names in this time.
Yeah.
I think Michael wants to win this one.
But back
Not
to
gonna
what
lie,
I
it'd
was
be-
saying. Yeah, Trina is the same person, CEO of Give an Hour.
Mm.
So thank you very much for stopping by. I hope that our little amount we've donated will help with the mission. Because as I was saying earlier, I'm not a service member. I don't know what PTSD from war or from serving is like. I don't know that, but the mental health aspect of it, I know what it's like to be right at that precipice, and you never know what little detail can save someone. So every cent does help here, because you never know if it's, you know, in a therapy session, just that little bit of time that they would never otherwise get. That might be what saves that person. So really important. And again, money is time. Everyone that's donating tonight, they worked for that money. So that it's important, all of that. So thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I hope you appreciate what we're doing here, because I certainly do. What were we going to say? The coffee.
We're answering
caffeine.
questions about the collectibles and then picking names.
That's right. That's right. Collectibles.
Collectibles was the one I was just looking at. You've seen it, Coffee.
Mm-hmm.
It was the. Do you have a picture of it?
Can you share your screen?
I don't have it on my screen.
Let me see. I got it. Give me a second.
All right.
Let me unshare this. And
It's probably
share.
not as collectible as it is something I would want to look at.
Right. And that's what we were talking about the other day. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Well, it would be. I mean, anything's collectible if you like it.
Okay, so it's this right here. It's not a collectible per se, as far as like collect it and it's going to hold its value, but this is a framed piece where it has a film cell from each movie. So you see there on the left, it is a film cell from the actual Star Wars movie, one of the frames from A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Episode 1, Episode 2, Episode 3. So you get one piece of actual movie from each of them, and it's framed in this nice piece. It is $150. Again, the collectability isn't really there because those film cells are kind of a dime a dozen. They're pretty easy to find individually, but what you're paying for is that display. So it's something you can put on the wall behind you, and you know, it's a display piece. So
Yeah.
Father Time, that's what you were saying you were wanting to
That
get.
was it. Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
Yeah, and it's
That's
super
cool.
cool. Like you get an actual piece from each movie, which is pretty awesome. And again, those film cells individually aren't really.
It could be a
that
picture
valuable.
of the stars, and it's just a black piece of
Yeah,
film. You can't see it.
yeah, exactly.
There's a good chance of that.
You have to put LEDs behind each cell. That would make it pretty cool.
Have you seen those pictures that you can get where when you look at it, it looks like it's just a whole bunch of thin vertical lines? But what it is every shot of a movie put together into like a canvas picture.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
Oh.
Those are pretty cool.
That is really awesome. And again, I'm going to put the link for the donation in case we have any new people that want to donate. And then we're going to get into our second giveaway of the night. And because we hit our goal, we will be doing a third giveaway for the Aeropress Coffee Maker. And all you need to have done is donated any amount, and you will be entered into the giveaway. So we'll give it a few more minutes in case anyone wants to donate last minute. Man, this caffeine is really coming into play here.
That'll get me the jitters.
You giving him food? Water. Okay.
Is that your Lego Star Wars circle?
Lego. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's so funny.
I don't know what this one is. Hold on. Oh, nice.
Oh, hey. Vader with a beard. Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Oh, that's bad.
I don't know if any of you guys know the YouTube channel Kyle Katarn.
Just started watching him.
Yeah, I know you did that, Cave. He just had a T-shirt release. That was, I can't even think right now. It's coffee. It was a stormtrooper helmet with a full beard because he's got a beard. And so it was a stormtrooper with a full beard. And I thought I have to make one like that, but like a clone trooper helmet with a mustache. I think that'd be awesome.
That would be
like
awesome.
on a T-shirt or a mug or whatever. I gotta design that. But anyway, we're gonna get into this giveaway. Let me just make sure there aren't any new donations that just came in. Looks like we are currently at 660 as well, and I got the wheel fully loaded. So let me share that screen, and we will get into the giveaway. And again, this giveaway is for Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith Ultimate Edition, the 5-hour cut of Revenge of the Sith. You can buy it yourself. Yeah, coffee and Core Buzz. That's funny. But this is what we're going to give away right now. It is the time to do that. And if everyone can see this, then we are going to have a roll, and I can't even talk right now. Woo! All right, ready to go?
Rock and roll.
Let's do it.
Here we go.
All right.
Oh,
And we got John Ponteriero.
good job.
So you have won yourself the Revenge of the Sith Ultimate Edition. So get with me on Discord or down here in the chat, and I will get this out to you. Not this one specifically, because I already opened and watched this one. You'll get a brand new one. But you will be getting Revenge of the Sith Ultimate Edition. And I'll say we'll go like another 30 minutes, and then we'll do the Aeropress giveaway. So we're not too late. Yeah. So, John, make sure you get in contact with me so you win. So you get your
Good
thing.
stuff.
I'm just going to refill.
Oh my god.
I mean, might as well at this point. I stopped drinking mine. I couldn't do anymore. Ooh, getting a shake. And something I'll show off too is you probably have your disc in your player still, but the other piece of the artwork that is in that is the disc itself. Really nice Blu-ray disc cover. I like that a lot.
I have to give water to the bunny.
I mean, you have responsibilities now.
You did this to yourself.
Did he just boot himself from the stream?
I guess.
I hope he still has the link. Oh, man. You know, speaking of Revenge of the Sith and deleted scenes, a great way to see and experience some of the deleted content from Revenge of the Sith was actually in the game. Because they had the game come out alongside with the movie, but the way they did the game, it was based off the original draft. So there's moments in the Revenge of the Sith game that was on like PS2 and Xbox and stuff like that. It was a bunch of deleted scenes put into the game. And you have to play through them.
Yeah, I need to actually look into actually playing that if I can.
It's a fun game. It honestly is. Plus, there's an alternate ending.
Yeah, that's kind of why I want to play that.
Yeah, it's a fun game. Oh, and Daryl, I'll send you some details on Discord.
Or you could buy this mic, which was $10.
There's that option also. Always that option.
Yeah, I'm going to upgrade to the the Shure MV7 eventually, maybe for Christmas, Father Time.
Oh, hey.
But this one works for $10. I'm extremely happy with this one, and I love that it plugs directly into my phone for those kind of videos that I edit on my phone. The mic plugs directly into the phone. I don't have to record separately or match audio or anything. It's really nice. Yeah, Sith crystal microphones.
Oh wow!
All right.
Are you in a Star Destroyer?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Is that Sus T?
It is Sus T.
I heard
Where's
him.
he at? Where's he at?
You heard him? They heard you.
Your mic's picking up a lot more.
You cannot hide forever, Susty.
HyperX Quadcast HX.
Yep, that's the one.
Nice.
Wow, this guy knows his mics.
All right.
awesome.
Well, I guess I better head on out for the night just because I do have work tomorrow, unfortunately. And you gotta love that.
Yeah, Revenge of the Sith, best of the 11 movies, and this is the best version of it.
All right. Have a good night.
All right, thanks for stopping by, dude.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So, Father Time, are you interested in Book of Boba Fett at all? Do you know anything about it?
I'm interested in it.
All right.
That's it.
I like Rogue One the best.
Rogue One's
Even
great.
more than Revenge of the Sith?
Yeah. Because remember on the other stream I told you why. It feeds into
A New Hope perfectly.
episode 4 where it all
Mhm.
started directly.
Yep.
His scene plays into opening scene of episode 4.
The self-transforming Optimus Prime.
I did see that. Yeah, there's a new figure that he hits something and then it like transforms itself. But I saw that and I was kind of like, well, what's the fun in that? Half the fun of Transformers was struggling and fighting with it to see if you could turn it into something. But that was back when our Transformers were actually made of metal.
I remember.
I put the join link in my Discord in just the main General Kenobi channel. So if anyone else would like to join, Green Lantern, I don't know if he's still here or not, but you can join. Anyone else that is in my Discord, you can join.
Mm. Yeah, I gotta rewatch A New Hope because I rewatched Rogue One last night.
Daryl says I must be
coma.
now. Turkey coma number 12 is happening. Y'all are doing a great thing here.
Mhm.
Take care, my friends. Thank you very much for stopping by and for donating. Green Lantern says be right there. So yeah, come on in.
Yeah. I'll be having another turkey coma tomorrow.
Yeah. What am I gonna do with this bunny?
I mean, at this point, keep it alive.
I know that, but like, do I keep it? Like,
Do we think
Do
it's
I
like
put
a
up-
neighbor's bunny?
yeah, it has to be. It's not a wild bunny.
Looks too fluffy.
No way. It's way too fluffy, and
Mm.
it like I just went up to it when it was outside and gave it a celery stick. So
It wasn't skittish.
no, I mean at first it was, but once it got cold, it was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'll eat some celery. I put up signs in our apartment complex like, did anyone lose a bunny?
I don't have a cold bunny.
If you'd
What?
like to see, check out my stream from last night.
Mhm.
See if this is yours. Get a bunch of views.
Yeah.
Start at the beginning and you'll see it eventually.
Subscribe, hit that like button, donate, and you'll get your bunny back.
The next giveaway is the bunny.
Oh,
That's
man.
awesome. Father Time, do you know any of the new Star Wars stuff that's coming out?
I just wait till it arrives and then enjoy it.
Yeah, just wait to hear a crying child or a frustrated parent. Or it was the parent like, you know what? I'm putting the bunny outside.
You don't take care of it anyways.
For all I know, we might have a new pet. So, I mean, Sophie's always wanted a bunny, right?
I'm sure it'll all work itself out.
And she saw it out there earlier, and she's like, "Come home, bunny. Come on home." I don't think I have to pay a pet deposit for a bunny, do I?
Not if it's not yours.
Yeah. It just came in here. I don't know.
Bunny just showed up.
That's funny. So anyway, back to what we were saying about the shows. Do you know anything other than Book of Boba Fett that's coming out? No? Okay, so as far as I remember as of this point, there is the Book of Boba Fett. There is Kenobi, which is supposed to be in what, March? April?
March, I believe.
Yeah.
March or
That
April.
one I will probably be more excited for.
Okay. Then we have Bad Batch Season 2, which is not announced as far as the time, I don't believe.
That'll be exciting.
Okay. Because you like the Bad Batch, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We have Mandalorian Season 3, which, did they even start filming for that yet?
I believe so. Yeah, they're
Okay.
filming now.
Okay. And then we have Acolyte, which is kind of up in the air, right? And we got Andor, which they have started filming for, right?
Yeah, that I think
Okay.
they're all Andor. They're probably already in post at this point.
I would hope so. I'm excited for Andor. Just like, I forget her name earlier. I can't even
Maria
think
was
right
saying.
now. Someone in the chat said they were excited for Boba Fett and Andor the most. I'm really excited for Andor. I really want it to be just like Rogue One, separated from the mythological. I can't even talk. My goodness. I promise there's no alcohol in this. I don't drink. But separated from the mythological side of it. Don't really give us Jedi and Sith and Force powers and lightsabers. Give us the raw, gritty spy stuff that the rebels are dealing with. I want to see Andor and his crew like sneaking into places and like assassinating people for the rebellion. That's what I want to see in Andor. I hope they deliver on that. I think it will.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited for that. I heard Susty
How
says
about
I heard
Arcane?
funny stuff.
Arcane.
Yeah, the
Excited
Beard
for
Mustache
Arcane?
Squad. What, Arcane?
Yeah.
What is Arcane?
League of Legends.
Is that the League of Legends show? Somebody was just telling me about that.
Yeah.
I've never played the game, and I just found out about Arcane. Sounded interesting though.
That's right. We
I'm
have
a little slow on
Ahsoka
it
as well.
because I'm behind a little bit on it, but what I've seen so far is amazing.
Yeah, we
There
have
we go,
Ahsoka
Arcane.
coming out too. Forgot to mention that.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh yeah.
What's up,
What's up,
sir?
Green Lantern?
What's going on, guys?
Yeah, we got the Beard Squad here. Oh, that's a fancy goblet. Man, this caffeine is really messing me up.
Word to the wise kids: don't try to breathe and drink at the same time. And for anybody that's wondering, do you just drink eggnog from a Brittany sipper? Yes, you did.
Nice.
Right. Well, I mean, if anyone in the chat is wanting to join, the link is in my Discord. If any of you guys, Green Lantern, I know you just got here. Father Time and Matt Cave, if you guys got to bounce, then that's cool.
I
too.
do need to wrap it up, but I 100% appreciate the invite on tonight. I'm so happy that this community came together and just accomplished what was accomplished here tonight. I mean,
Yeah.
that goal was hit. What did we say? That was like
41 minutes.
40 minutes? Yeah, that's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
I applaud everyone that has stopped by for this stream, and I'm so glad that yeah, caffeine for sure. But really, honestly, this really does show you what this community is capable of.
Yeah.
And when we come together, and just as Paul says on the Star Wars guys, it really is. It's the Force is family. That's what I agree with you, Coffee Man. That's one of the best taglines out there.
Yeah,
it means so much.
No, we got Black Dragon.
How are you, sir?
Oh, yeah, what's going on, man?
Love the symbol he's got on there too with Ahsoka.
Yeah, that is pretty dope.
That's great.
That's pretty sick.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
But gentlemen, I do need to take off at this point. But again, thank you so much for having me on, man. And this is great. I'll make sure we keep sharing out the link so we can get people going in, because
Awesome.
let me ask, I'm not sure how the GoFundMe's work. How long does that stay up for? How long can people donate?
I think I can end
It'll
it
stay
whenever
up
I
as
want.
long as you want, until you cancel it.
Yeah, it's just, I think whenever I end it. And again, with GoFundMe, I personally don't agree with GoFundMe, the company. I have my own reasons for that. But I set this GoFundMe up like 2 months ago. So I didn't want to cancel it. But with GoFundMe, when you're raising it for personal means, like, help me buy a new computer or something, like GoFundMe takes a percentage. With their fundraising part of it, they don't take anything other than what you tip them. So
Right.
all of that money is going to go toward Give an Hour, which is really cool.
That's awesome.
Well, such a great cause, and I'm so glad that we were able to all do this together.
Yeah,
So,
and for
on that
everyone,
note-
keep in mind, if you check that link, the goal is set to 1,000. Originally, it was 500, which we smashed in the first 41 minutes. So I raised it. So just because we're not at the goal that it's set to right now doesn't mean that this was a failure. It blew away my expectations. So
yeah, man, this was a great success. Thank you so much for doing this, dude. This was really awesome.
Yes.
So cool.
By the way, did the DVD get given away yet?
yes, it did.
Who won?
I did. No, that was weird.
It was
I joined and I won.
John Pontoriero.
Yeah.
Oh, well, congratulations to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we'll be doing, in probably another like 10, 15 minutes, we'll be doing the giveaway for the Aeropress Coffee Maker. And everyone that donated is still going to be eligible for that. So.
Okay.
All right, guys. Have a great night. May the Force be with you. And I'll catch you on the next one.
And remember,
See you later.
And remember, keep retro gaming alive, because one day your games will be retro too.
Bye.
See ya. And I do take credit for that catchphrase. He said it once, and I said, you got to keep that.
I remember when you told him that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I have to pee again, so talk about something.
Well,
I like your posters. Green Lantern.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember I got those from somewhere.
I'm just glad somebody's enjoying them.
Yeah, the one the C3PO and R2 one is on the wall up. The walls, I'm on the front side of my house, and the wall's slanted. So
Right.
I have like.
I used to live in a house like that.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's originally why I had the 2 rolls of Star Wars wallpaper that I lost. Was the original reason I got those, because the room that I was living in had 3 full walls and 1 half wall, and then the slant of the ceiling.
Yeah.
So my mother had paneled the 3.5 walls, and she gave my brother and I the option, what wallpaper do you want put up there? With me, it was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I mean, have you, Paul?
Yeah.
You're also veteran.
Yes.
I don't know about Father Time or Green Lantern, but I know you are. Have you ever seen any combat?
I have not. I pretty much just stood watch at one of many various entries on the different bases that I served in.
Okay, fair enough. See, because I served from basically I served from 86 to 94, and then I went back in from 98 to 2002. I have seen my share of combat. And I've got a slight case. I mean, it's not bad, but there are definitely certain sounds that really get to me. I have woken up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat. And there are times when depression will just hit me out of the blue. I mean, I could be in the middle of work, in the middle of my job, and all of a sudden I want to bang my head against the machine I'm working on. And mine's just a mild case. I have in my experience been lucky as far as I've heard of other snipers that have been haunted by their targets, and I have not, to the best of my knowledge, experienced that. When I wake up in a cold sweat, I don't remember what I woke up from. But I've heard lots of ex-snipers, being haunted by their targets.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah. My dad served in Korea during the Vietnam War, and my grandfather was actually one of the guys that helped develop radar.
Okay.
He worked in. He was never actually in the army, but he worked for GE back in the day when GE had government contracts, and he was one of the guys that helped develop radar. So yeah.
Yeah, see, 86 to 94, I served in the Navy, and 98 to 2002, I served in the Army.
Speaking of the Army, for those that have not heard,
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, Michael's going to be enlisting in the Army Reserves. He leaves for boot camp January 4th, I believe.
Well, like I said in our military stream, make sure to remind him when he goes there, keep your ears open and your mouth shut.
I certainly will. We've already talked loads about this.
Yeah.
Well, just kind of echoing what Maximus and Steve were saying. John, thank you for your service. Again, that's kind of one of my regrets that I didn't serve, because I feel like it's something that I really missed out on, as far as not like the experience, but just being able to serve my country and serving the people that I live alongside. But thank you very much for your service. And for everyone watching that is a service member, whether current or in the past, thank you very much for what you do, because we would not have a country if it weren't for you. So thank you.
See, and that kind of, my biological father did not serve. Matter of fact, that's the reason I was born. It's not that they didn't want me, but I was born in '67 towards the tail end of Vietnam. And my mother was afraid that he would be drafted. But at that time, they weren't drafting men with children. So she hurried up and got pregnant real quick to prevent him from going. So now her father served, and my stepfather and his father served, and then my mother's brother, my uncle, served. So, I mean, mine's kind of a mixed background when it comes from a quote-unquote military upbringing or military family. And then my brother and I both served. And that's my one regret is my son did not. And, I mean, it's definitely an experience. It's not for everybody. Just like law enforcement's not for everybody. Firefighting's not for everybody. You know, construction's not for
definitely not for everybody.
Yeah, you know, so I can't say, and look down is a bad term because that's not the way I feel. But I have no other way to put it. You know, I think personally everybody should serve at least one term in the military. It is an experience. Some of the best friends that I ever met was when I served.
Same
Matter of
here.
fact, I'm still in contact with several members of my SEAL team.
And I did look into going into the Air Force a couple of years ago. But at that point, I already was married and already had my first daughter. And
Now that is one thing I've got to say. Military life is not for the married.
Right. Let's see. John, you got any Star Wars collectibles on your radar?
Honestly, no. Like I said, Paul knows what's going on. I'm not going to get into it here.
Yeah.
But finances right now are extremely tight because I've got to figure something out. And Paul, I still can't get a hold of anybody to explain to me why that happened.
I'm sure eventually you will. It could just be that it's a holiday weekend.
Yeah, that's more than likely. I mean, yeah, I didn't expect to get a hold of anybody this weekend, but that's just more time tacked on to the fees. But, you know, I do have several credit cards that I use for emergencies, so yeah. I used one of them because, like I said, I have a slight case of it, and I know people that have worse cases of it, and they need the help. And if this helps, there's no way I can't.
Right. Well, again, you never know what that little thing is that can save someone. So.
Exactly. And for me, a lot of it has been this community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have something really special with this little corner of YouTube that we're in.
Yes, we do.
I don't know of any other communities that I've seen on YouTube other than this, where, and again, it goes back to Master Paul with your slogan that's just beautiful, the Force is family, because it's whatever you would do for your family is what we would do for each other.
Yep.
And the fact that we blew our goal of $500 tonight out in 41 minutes from me hitting go live is testament to that.
Yes.
And again, the goal is set at 1,000 right now just because I had to raise it. But $660 that we raised just from a couple of YouTubers, that's more dollars than subscribers that I have. And that's incredible. So.
Sure.
All right, someone in the chat, give us a topic. Is the bunny still okay?
You mentioned something about improv.
Improv, yes. Let's improv something.
Green Lantern, you're the master of this.
All right. How do you want to do this? Do you want us to pick characters or just a scenario? Or
I mean, I could monologue my Winnie the Pooh routine that I remember from an 8-track tape.
Yeah, exactly what Steve was saying. The Forces family. We laugh together.
Yep.
We fight each other. We love one another.
I just saw that.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Luke and Ahsoka. On like fighting. Yes, you're very welcome.
And Trina's still in your chat.
Yes, that's awesome. I appreciate you coming and checking out our little stream. I know we don't have a huge community, at least I don't on my channel. But just the fact that we're able to come together like this is really cool. So, all right, are we doing improv or Luke and Ahsoka?
Coffee, you should get your cousin as a guest host one night.
Get the what?
And, she can
The
bring
president?
her followers.
Wait, the what?
Your cousin, and she can bring her followers, and you can do a special.
Which cousin?
Kara.
What?
You know she has 3 million followers on TikTok, right?
Yeah, that's
She could do
true.
something for
Actually,
you.
that's a good point. I'm not on TikTok. I didn't even think about that.
Coffee.
That's a lot of
Does
fun.
she even
That's a
like
lot of
Star
subscribers.
Wars?
That leads to the dark side.
That's what I'm
Does
saying.
she
You could come up with a Star Wars episode where she does a film shoot for it and get her on as a guest
I don't
host.
even think we're friends on Facebook. That's not good.
Well, I just had Thanksgiving with her yesterday. So.
That's true.
That's a lot of subscribers.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I'm excited about the guy I'm getting on my channel next week. Kyle Katarn has like 25,000, which is awesome.
Wait, what? Who's on your channel next week, or is that a surprise?
Kyle? No, it's
Another
It's
YouTuber by the name of Kyle Katarn.
yes. Yeah, I don't know, John. Do you know who I'm talking about? Have you seen? His
I
channel?
have not seen his channel, no.
Okay.
But I will look it up now. You know, I hadn't heard of him until you and Matt mentioned it.
He was one of the channels that, and again, this is like still up in the air. We haven't set a date that he's coming on. Other than he said he was down probably next week. But his channel is one of the channels that inspired me to do Star Wars content, because I saw what he was doing and it's like he knows a lot about Star Wars. And it's really cool to be able to share that with other people that care to watch your videos. And he did reactions to Clone Wars Season 7 and the first and second seasons of Mandalorian. And it was one of those channels where I would refresh on his channel the next day after an episode would drop, because I wanted to see his take on those episodes. Like, what did he think? I want to know what his mind thought about that episode that dropped last night. And it kind of one of those things, like, it doesn't hurt to ask. I just messaged him like, hey, I got this Mustaches on Mustafar thing if you want to come on. Hopefully that happens next week.
I do have one that I thought of. It's not as thought out as the Brooklyn Bridge one, but
that was awesome.
So just I'm just going to preface it with this. The thing about, and this when I do my stream on improv on the 16th, I'll get into a little bit more. But the thing I do if people are looking to get good at improv or just have fun, or first off, you have to be a little crazy. You have to be willing to be a little crazy, and that's the point. It's all part of the plan. It's so what I do basically is you take like a totally ridiculous scenario, like in most cases, like you think of. I had this thought of the woman that lived in the old shoe. I don't know. I forget the exact nursery rhyme. Yeah, the woman that lives in the
She had
shoe.
so many kids, she didn't know what to do.
Right.
That's the one.
And so you take that, and
But none of us here are the woman. None of us here are women. We can't do that.
Well, I don't have a high pitched voice, so I'm not saying I'm good, but I can go there.
Spoken like a true Southern belle.
Excuse me, madam. Unfortunately, your house has been foreclosed.
So here's the thing. I had what was it? You take a totally ridiculous scenario and act as if it's for real. Like, look at the report. Like, what if you were really trying to sell the Brooklyn Bridge, or you really did live in a shoe, or and the scenario had you were the neighbor of the woman that lived in a shoe, but everybody lived in a shoe. And this lady, see, everybody knows if you got 12 kids, you need a size 12 shoe. I mean, coffee, am I right? It's common knowledge. If you...
And the funny thing is, Steve, this is just coffee. Just a lot of coffee.
This is just eggnog.
I'm slowly making my way through this entire thing.
These are just lightsabers.
Father Time, what are you drinking tonight?
It was a. I'd have to go get the can. Oh, I don't remember.
So you have for little shenanigans there, fellas?
Yes.
So okay. So I take the scenario and live in front of 10 people. Take the scenario of you don't have a size 11 shoe for if you have 12 kids. I mean, come on. You just don't. I mean, what are you do? What are two kids gonna? They're supposed to fit in one toe. You don't put two kids in one toe. Every kid gets a toe. I'm just saying. I had a brother. He had 15 kids. He had 15. He had a size 15 shoe. I'm just saying. I mean, coffee. Am I right? It's just not done.
She made the bunny a bed.
I think you have a new pet.
I think we do. I'm going to just to cover my bases. I'm going to put a sign over on the mailbox that says, "Did anyone lose a rabbit?" And if I don't hear anything, then hey, Sophie, you got a new pet.
I was going to say, you can't let your daughter see that in the morning, because if somebody claims that, your daughter's going to be heartbroken.
That's true.
And then you have to go get another one.
That's true. All right. We're a family of 5 now.
And that's one thing that I don't think any father can withstand is a daughter's tears.
Depends on what causes the tears.
That's true. Something like this, no, it's going to break your heart.
Of course. If it's like she wants ice cream, but it's like way past her bedtime and she's just super tired.
Yeah.
Nope, you're going to bed.
Yeah.
You're going to bed. She is funny. I don't remember if I told everyone. I asked her if I should shave off my beard the other day.
Oh, that's great.
I said, should I shave? Do you think I should shave off my beard? And she's like, Daddy, you know that's something you're not supposed to do. I'm like, no. I'll leave the mustache because I know you like that, but I'll just the beard. I'll shave the beard, and I'll only have the mustache. Daddy, if you do that, I will call the police, and they will take you to the hospital, and the doctors will have to fix it. So don't do it. So I'm not shaving it off. I'm not shaving my beard. Although I will tell you one thing, I cannot wait for the end of Movember, of No Shave November, because this not shaving is pretty rough. Beard, I might grow it out a little bit more for the winter. The mustache, obviously, I'm not going to get rid of. That's my brand. But this part right here, that connecting part, and this part, and like just under there, I normally shave that because I think it makes it look messy.
What do you mean?
Still there? Well, just
when you say messy.
Yeah, what did you say?
Well,
Coffee?
I can see where he's coming from with his mustache type.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. With my mustache, with this shaved, and it's different from the rest of the beard, it looks a whole lot cleaner. And people notice it more. Not that I'm trying to get noticed, but like, hey man, nice mustache. Like that doesn't happen when this is still there. Like it needs to be separate. So I can't wait till the end of November where I can clean it up. But I do think I'll grow out the beard just a little bit more for the winter.
So that's what I said a couple years ago.
I know. So you started your beard with the whole lockdowns stuff.
That's right.
Because you didn't have to do anything. You didn't have to go into school. Everything was online.
That's right. Yeah.
And now you're back in school and you still have it.
There it is.
Well, see, that's why I've got this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got that too.
At the start of the lockdown, I got lazy because I used to keep a flat top. You know, at the start of the lockdown, I just got lazy and said, I'm not getting my hair cut. And now I've got, about a 7-inch ponytail?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Father Time.
Let me see if I have a picture of how this started.
Oh, boy. You're going to send it to me on Discord?
No, I'll hold it up to the camera and see if that works.
Okay. All right.
Never know. It might.
We'll see. Wait a minute. I forgot. That boy Steve was talking about the Luca relationship. Is that Luke and Ahsoka relationship?
I don't like that idea.
No. Except she's, 19 years older than he is?
Ooh. Yeah, that's... No.
I don't know.
Age doesn't make a difference when you're in love. But I agree. No, Ahsoka and Luke should not... It just doesn't seem like a good pairing.
No, it doesn't.
There. That's how it started.
Interesting.
That's how it started. So it was that short, and
I love how it still put the Star Wars on your head in that picture.
I know, it's so That's funny. I wonder if
you look like the good cop that doesn't know how to be a bad cop in that picture. Like you'd pull people over and be like, "Hey man, you know why I pulled you over today? I just wanted to say like that Mustang's pretty cool. You have a good model year. I like your fitment on your tires, bro. Have a good day." Key Daddy Mundi.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing that my daughter said the other day. It was bedtime. She didn't want to go to bed. I stuck her on the toilet because she had to go to the bathroom before she goes to bed. And she's like, "No, don't put me on the toilet." I'm like, "No, you have to go potty." And she's sat there thinking for a second. She's like, "Daddy, go away. Come again another day." She's too funny. Yeah, she's too funny.
Yeah, children will definitely steal your heart.
Yeah, I want to have her on a Coffee on Corbin, like an edited video where I have to have her guess Star Wars characters if they're good or bad. Like I'll show her a picture of let's say Asajj Ventress or Barriss Offee. Massage Ventress.
That's right.
If any of you guys have not seen the video I did with Father Time when he was over at my house, I had him guess the names of Star Wars characters. And that was funny.
Some of them were okay. Some of them ended poorly.
It was okay. So it was Darth Xana. You said was Starheart of the Dark Art.
Yes.
What were you going to say, Paul?
So, question.
Mm-hmm.
How would you react if you showed her a picture of Paul and Krell and she said that he's a good guy?
I would say, well, you gonna learn today. Although I did show her this picture because she wanted to see what was on it. And if you look, it's out of focus, but there's Sidious up in the corner right here.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, "Who is that guy?" I said, "Oh, he's a scary guy." And she said, "I would go up to him and say, 'Hi, scary guy. Nice to meet you.'" I'm pretty sure he would say, "We'll watch your career with great interest."
Yes.
Well, if you do that with her, be careful of showing her Anakin, because she could go either way on that one.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, that'll be a funny video.
And the nice thing about Return of the Jedi is it proved that he didn't completely go bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, completely.
No. Oh, wow.
He was you could see from the beginning he was manipulated into where he ended up.
Of course. And everything lined up. And this is something I've talked with X-Wing before, is like, we always want to say like, oh, it's so improbable that like all these things had to line up for him to turn to the dark side. If any of these one things were different, it wouldn't have happened. But that's the way life is. You can think back to anything. If that one little thing hadn't happened, this wouldn't have happened. Like my wife and I, if her mom hadn't decided to homeschool her during her senior year, we wouldn't have gotten married. She decided to be homeschooled her senior year. If that hadn't happened, we wouldn't have gotten married. Just a little things like that. That's the way life is.
Right.
So you can think Duel of the Fates. If Qui-Gon hadn't died, this wouldn't happen. If Shmi hadn't died, this wouldn't have happened. If Padme had said this different, it wouldn't have happened. But that's the way real life is.
Exactly. And I mean, when you look at it logically from a standpoint, tell me you would not do the, Anakin turned to the dark side to save somebody he loved. Tell me you wouldn't do the same.
Yep. Yeah. He even says, like, as soon as he, chops Mace Windu's arm, he says, "What have I done? You're fulfilling your destiny, Anakin. I will do whatever you ask. Just help me save Padme's life." That's all he cared about. He didn't want to become fully Darth Vader. That only happened after he believed that Padme had turned against him and brought Obi-Wan to kill him. And then even past that, after she died and he had nothing else to live for, and he was in the suit. So he didn't want to fully commit to the dark side. He only allowed that himself to go that way to save Padme.
Slight disagree on that, because if you remember, ultimately what scares Padme away from Anakin is that talk that he had of, "I can overthrow the Emperor. Be with me and you and I can rule the galaxy."
Yep.
That's the one thing that throws a wrench in, at least for me, into what you're saying.
Yeah, I agree with that, because at that point he thought it's a guaranteed thing that I'm going to save you, because now I'm in the dark side. Now the path from here on is overthrow the Emperor, become or the Chancellor, I guess he called him, overthrow him, and we can rule the galaxy, because the allure of the dark side was in full force at that time.
Right.
Yes.
But it did start with, "I want to save you." Okay, now I've committed to the dark side. Palpatine has promised to teach me how to save you. That's already a given. Now the allure of the dark side sets in. That desire to control everything creeps in. And yes, he does go to the dark side.
See, my only problem with that particular scene, because he wasn't totally committed to the dark side yet, but Palpatine was manipulating him in such a way that, if you join me, I can save your wife.
Mm-hmm.
And when he defends Palpatine against Mace Windu, the next words out of Palpatine's mouth, which should have been a red flag to him, was, "We will find a way."
Exactly. Yeah, he's what is the line? Don't worry, I didn't disappear. It's just my camera doing its thing. Yeah, he says, I know we can find a way to discover the secrets or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, he basically admits
he didn't know.
I don't know what this is, but we'll find out. Which I'm sure he never had any intention of actually finding out.
Probably not.
Other than for his selfish purposes to live forever.
See, and that's one thing I was going back and forth with Maria about in the chat. I mean, that was a lovely conversation that I was having with her. You know, oh, I just lost my train of thought. About the sequel trilogy being poorly written. You know, they could have taken it in so many directions that even if there were, you know, most of us that dislike it for the poor writing because it was very poorly done. But every one of us will sit here and say, this wasn't bad in it. This wasn't bad in it. There are points that we like. If they had written the story correctly, they could have actually reversed all that. Because nobody's going to like everything 100%. We're going to find fault. So there would be a part here that, no, that didn't work, or no, I didn't like this. But overall, we'd like it. If they had just written it correctly.
Yep.
Well, last time I tried to watch, I think it was I forget if I'd just seen Mandalorian or not, but I was like, I hadn't watched Rise of Skywalker in a while, and after seeing the dialogue, the commitment to making it actually feel like Star Wars for me anyways, I got to the part where Rey was like, be with me, you're not with me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't. I just can't.
There's just so many moments like that, though, that bring you out of it between that and the, like, can you feel anything? I feel it. He's like tickling her hand with the thing. And even at the very beginning, which is what tipped me off that, oh no, this is not going to be good. In The Force Awakens, when Kylo has his entrance and it's all epic, and then Poe's on his knees and he looks up. So what, you talk first, I talk first? Like, that's so dumb.
Yeah,
that
scene, the two scenes that you just talked about remind me of the old tongue-in-cheek comedies like Naked Gun and Airplane, and just that off-the-wall, you know, they don't belong in Star Wars.
It's like, put that in an Adam Sandler movie. That doesn't belong in a galaxy far, far away.
Yes.
Here's my favorites. They fly now. And that's stupid. And I just discovered a new reason today why that line is so stupid. Specifically because Finn says that. Because Finn, being an ex-stormtrooper, should have
known. Yeah.
Yes.
And they've had jetpacks.
Which is why C-3PO shouldn't have been surprised because he saw Boba Fett's jetpack.
Well, I'm not even talking Boba Fett. Some of the games, I believe it's Jedi Academy. They actually have stormtroopers with jetpacks that you have to fight.
Same with the Battlefront 2. I do believe you can get jetpack stormtroopers.
Yeah. Yep. So I mean, how is this such a big deal now?
They wanted to
of course the way they took off of those motorized things was a bit ridiculous.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I liked 7 and 8 when they came out, but after seeing Mandalorian, I'm like, I mean, shoot, I saw Last Jedi twice within 24 hours, and I was like, I could see both sides. I could see, you know, when people were like really upset about how they treated Luke for people that grew up with him and, you know, had that experience with him. I'm like, yeah, I can totally get that. it got the people that liked it because they, I don't know, maybe came from a different point of view or whatever, but
or a younger generation that didn't see the originals.
yeah. And
or
so,
didn't have an appreciation for them and just saw blasters and starfighters and planets. Like,
yeah,
if that's all you're into, then that's fine, because
yeah.
it wasn't short on action and space battles and
Oh no,
that sort of stuff.
Visually they looked great.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I don't know about Ryan Johnson, but that's what J.J. Abrams is actually famous for.
Right. Which, by contrast, the Book of Boba Fett trailer didn't really have a whole lot of that.
No,
there was,
well,
the
neither did the Mandalorian series.
Right,
Rogue
which
One.
is exactly, which Rogue One had the main battle at the end, but that was just mortals in a sense. It
They
didn't
were
have
story driven.
Exactly. Yeah, and it all goes back to just wasted potential. There was so much potential. The amount of potential that was in the sequel trilogy was astounding, and it was like 2% that they capitalized on.
Oh yeah.
I actually liked when they made Rey a nobody in Last Jedi. I'm like, I actually liked it a lot better. Because I'm like, okay, now she's got her own thing. Now she can be anybody.
Things don't have to connect.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it was, and then episode 9 was like, nope.
She's
well, she literally could be a nobody and give her a clean slate for a good story arc, but they wasted it.
Yeah.
You know, the original trailers I absolutely fell in love with, because you're talking, you know, the replacement for the Empire, which you could see, and then they were going on about this stormtrooper who defects, and at the end of the trailer you see that stormtrooper with a lightsaber, and my first thought was, ooh, we got a guy who's force sensitive, just, you know, defected from the Empire, is going to become a Jedi. I was looking forward to this. And they absolutely destroyed his character. They made him the joke.
Yeah.
Now, how much do you think the Chinese market played into that, in having his character be taken down in the next two films?
While they were filming, I don't know.
That wouldn't surprise.
It wouldn't surprise me, but I mean, I can't say what was in their minds while they were filming it.
And this is pure speculation, but him being taken out or made smaller in the poster, in the foreign markets, that says something.
Yeah.
You know, and then like what with the Rise of Skywalker removing the two females kissing at the end.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a movie. You're supposed to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
If they would write stories instead of agenda-driven propaganda, which is from everybody I've ever heard, you know.
Right, and this goes back to what I said before. No serious Star Wars fan would have written those movies.
Exactly.
If you were a true passionate fan who wanted to honor what came before, you wouldn't have written that. And someone asked me a long time ago, and I think on like my second live stream ever, should there be gatekeeping at Lucasfilm as far as like woke policies and like personal politics and stuff? And I said no, because I don't care what your personal politics are. If you're truly passionate about Star Wars, you're going to make a good product.
Because all movies, all stories have politics in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not forefront and smacking you in the face with a sledgehammer.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel like I don't mean to sound arrogant or anything, but I'm like, I already thought up of possibly a way I would have liked Finn a lot better. Like, okay, he's defecting, but I'm like, make him a spy. He's still got his armor. He's still got. I mean, make him still have his armor and everything. Now he's a spy in the First Order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
and you
shared
could
with
have
you.
like.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Now we can do, all kinds of undercover stuff, and I'm like, that would have been really cool.
Have I shared with you guys sort of the ideas that I had floating around for doing my own rewrite of the sequel trilogy, what I would do?
I think I've heard you mention it, but we didn't talk about it.
Well, it's not much, just sort of character ideas. But basically, the approach I wanted to take with my version is take the same characters, Rey, Finn, Poe, all of them, give them a different role, and change their personality enough to fit that role. Like, for example, Poe Dameron, practically nothing would change except he would actually be funny instead of having what I call Marvel Cinematic Universe humor. Rey would still be a Jedi, but she would actually, fight to earn her power, like Luke did. Finn would actually change quite a bit because he would actually take the place of Hux. There would be no General Hux, it would be General Finn, and his betrayal of the First Order and joining the Resistance would be much more of a slow burn instead of immediately in the first movie.
Yeah, they turned Hux into a clown.
Yeah. Also, in my version, Ben Solo and Kylo Ren are two entirely different people. Ben Solo, of course, is still Han and Leia's son, which, by the way, it's neither General Leia or Princess Leia in my version. It's Jedi Master Leia. But anyways, and she's number 2 under Luke Skywalker. But anyways, Ben Solo stays on the light side, but still feels that natural pull to the dark side that I would establish as almost genetically inherent in all Skywalkers because of Anakin. But Kylo Ren, in my version, I'd be stealing this idea from Heir to the Empire, would actually be Luke Skywalker, and that's Luke spelled with an extra U in it, so he's the clone of Luke, raised by the Sith Eternal to believe that he is Darth Vader reincarnated, giving more meaning to the phrase, I will finish what you started.
Okay, that makes sense.
I am going to interject right here to say I have to go use the bathroom once again because there's a lot of coffee I'm drinking. When I get back, we'll do the giveaway for the Aeropress Coffee Maker. So we'll be back.
All right.
Continuing though,
he's got his daughter's bladder.
Continuing though, another thing I would establish right off the bat is that the Emperor stays dead. Kylo Ren is the big bad throughout the whole trilogy. And the first movie would actually start out pretty much the same, where Luke Skywalker has vanished, but I would change the why for why he vanished. It wasn't that he went off to an island to die, it was that he legitimately was going to look for the first Jedi Temple to figure out a way to stop Kylo Ren, but got stranded. So literally it's a rescue mission, the first movie, to bring back Luke.
Okay.
And the idea that I had is that it would basically be Rey, Poe, and Ben working together with Han and Chewie to basically trace Luke's steps, which would see him not just going to look for the first Jedi Temple, but he would literally be looking at all Jedi Temples. So the one on Coruscant, the one on Dantooine, the one on Tython, until eventually they come to the one that we see at the end of The Force Awakens on Ahch-To, where they find that Luke has indeed... Well, that part, what he's doing on the island, I don't know yet, but it's certainly not, milking sea slugs for green milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not something.
But that's about the extent that I have of it. It's been on the back burner for a while now, but that's like one of my New Year's resolutions. I want to get back into that and actually make it into a story.
Okay. I mean, it just the sequel trilogy was just such a waste of effort, in my opinion, with what they could have done to it. Because you look at stories like Cobra Kai, where they took and brought in new characters and developed a storyline, and they brought in the old characters to actually, as they say, pass the torch. And they did it so well. They could have done the same thing with Star Wars. You bring in the original characters to pass the torch to these new characters. And then you take the stories into the future with the new characters.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what they just did that me and Michael saw tonight with Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I've heard that from everybody that I've listened to. You and Matt Cave and Coach have all said the same thing.
Yeah, and I'll say it again. Anyone watching this or that is on this panel that has not seen it, go watch it. It is worth it. And unfortunately, that boy Steve,
he can't, not where he's at right now.
Honestly, I'm about to clock off of here for real this time. Next time, though, I will, for sure.
He wants to know, was that Ninja G.I. Joe movie good, and is it standalone?
What, the fake Snake Eyes one?
Haven't seen it, and
from
honestly,
everything I've seen, if they had called it anything else but a G.I. Joe movie, it would have been all right. Yeah. But tying it to the franchise destroyed it.
Yeah. I saw the trailer for it, and I 100% agree. Yeah, if they said it was like, I don't know, whatever, generic, martial arts spy something,
super soldier, whatever.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that'd be pretty cool. I probably would have watched it. But I'm like, when they took, first off, they had him speak. Second off, they had him with his mask, with his helmet off. I'm just like, Snake Eyes never. I don't mean to nitpick, but I'm just like, dude, Snake Eyes never took his helmet off,
and he never spoke. And there was a reason behind that. If you followed any of the lore,
yeah.
You guys ready for
and he was a white, blonde-haired, blue-eyed male. I mean, you can, in this movie, you could have made him brown-eyed, dark hair, whatnot, but to completely go from a white male, which is the whole reason he was attached to the ninja clan that Storm Shadow was, but he was the outsider that was let in.
Yeah. Yep.
To turn him into an Oriental character now negates being the outsider, which goes against the character.
You guys ready for a giveaway?
Yes.
Ready for a giveaway.
All right, we're going to give away the Aeropress Coffee Maker. And again, this coffee maker is the only coffee maker I own, the only one I want to own unless I have money for an expensive espresso machine. But the coffee it makes is fantastic. It is completely dependent on how good your beans are at that point. So the Aeropress Coffee Maker is good. And it is a weird little thing. It's like a little plastic thing about this big. But it is so good. So I will give away this Aeropress Coffee Maker right now if you guys are all ready. Where we have our wheel. And if you guys can all see that, then we are going to go. You guys ready?
Yes.
All right. The wheel has been spun.
Wheel of morality. Turn. Tell us.
And the winner is...
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations.
Hey.
Wow.
Oh.
All right. Well, you get yourself an Aeropress Coffee Maker.
Nice.
You can go ahead and spin that again because I don't drink coffee.
Oh, my goodness. Everyone, we have another chance.
Yeah, I don't mean to
Okay.
throw a wrench in it, but I don't drink coffee. I appreciate it, but
All right. Well,
hell, give it to somebody that's going to use it.
all right. Here we go. We're going to spin it again.
I don't think you're screen sharing.
I'm not.
Nope.
Okay.
I don't see
hold
the
up.
wheel.
Hold up. Hold up. Okay, here we go. Now are we ready?
Yes.
Okay. And the winner of the Aeropress Coffee Maker is Jeff Day. Already won. I'm going to spin again. I should have removed him. All right, here we go. For the third
I
time.
would have laughed if it lands on the same person again.
Don Clatterman.
Nice.
Awesome.
Congratulations, Don.
Congratulations. Make sure you get with me in Discord,
Yep.
Yeah.
and I'll get that out to you.
You know what, Tim, real quick, before I get off here, I'm not going to leave that boy Steve disappointed. I am going to just do a really, really quick a cappella thing, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Especially since it is the day after Thanksgiving, it's now legal for me to do this. All right. Thank you.
Awesome.
On that note, I'm going to bounce.
All
Me
right,
too.
Father Time.
All right.
See you guys.
Peace out, dude.
Good to see you
This
guys.
was a great.
Yep.
See
This
you.
was a great stream, Tim. You did good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did good as a community.
That's true.
And you know what? Ending on $660, execute order 66.
There you go.
And a funny thing, I went golfing the other day. In the pro shop, they had a sign that said masks mandatory regardless of vaccination status according to Executive Order 66.
Oh, jeez.
I'm like, that has to be a Star Wars reference. And I asked no one in the shop was wearing a mask at all. And I asked the guy that was working the pro shop, I'm like, is that a Star Wars reference? Like, I don't think so. I think that's what it is. I'm like, no. It says Executive Order 66. I'm pretty sure that's a Star Wars reference. He's like, no, I don't know. I think it is. Someone wrote that.
To quote the famous philosopher Buzz Lightyear, "You are a sad and strange little man."
There you go.
That's funny.
On that note, you guys have a good evening.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks for
stopping
having
by.
me on here, Tim.
Absolutely. Might as well finish my coffee.
Yep. Well, thanks for having me on.
Rabbit pooped. Awesome. All right. Well, I mean, I guess we'll wrap it up. But this has been awesome. I set that $500 goal because I was pretty sure we were going to be able to get that. And the fact that we smashed that in 41 minutes is awesome. So everyone that came tonight, everyone that donated, thank you very much. Appreciate all you guys. And again, you never know what little tiny bit of help will help save someone that needs it. So that is awesome. And thank you for everyone that came on, that joined the stream tonight. It was awesome. The Force is family. It's just, this is what we do to help each other. As someone said earlier, we laugh together, we fight, we love each other. That's just what this community is. And the fact that it's this fake universe that brings us all together. So yeah, Don, get with me in Discord. If you're not in the Discord, let me share that link one more time. If you're not in my Discord server, and you message me on there, and then I'll get you that, that coffee maker. So there's my Discord. Make sure you join, and then yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Green Lantern, you got anything to add?
Well, I have a chill stream coming up tomorrow, probably around 11, 12, and my God, I'm got that coming up, and then I'm doing a regular podcast. I didn't do one this Thursday, but for obvious reasons. But yeah, gonna be starting regular podcast up again this next Thursday, and if anybody's listening, I put this in my Discord, but I love, as you said before, I love doing improv and I love doing stuff like that. So I'm considering, well, not considering that part. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I'm doing, but looking to do more of that with my channel and helping people to make something really spectacular in this community, like with fan stories and original content and all that. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming on. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
definitely. Thanks
And
for having me.
this has just been such a fun night, and just the fact that again, my little community that I have, and I've said this before, don't be fooled by the number of subs that I have, because I didn't really start doing the whole Star Wars content thing until I was already at like 400 something subs. So
oh, wow.
not that many people are actually active users that are subscribed to my channel. They're just kind of accumulated subscribers over the years. But everyone that has subscribed, I said this yesterday in my Thanksgiving video, everyone that has subscribed this year since I started doing my Star Wars content, I really appreciate it. Because we all have our voice when it comes to Star Wars, or in your case, Green Lantern, stop motion, or improv, or whatever it is, whatever you do on your channel, we all have our voice that we have to use to talk about whatever it is that we're passionate about. And the fact that you guys thought it was worth it for you to click that subscribe button and spend some of your day listening to what I have to say about Star Wars is pretty cool. And that's kind of what I wanted to start my channel of from the beginning, is I have something to say about Star Wars. And I've said this before, even if you cover the same topic as someone else, you have your perspective on it. You have your lens that you look through to see that particular topic. And as long as you're genuine, people are going to be interested. And the number of subscribers doesn't matter. The number of dollars that we raise doesn't matter. Because someone said earlier, is that a YouTube record for hitting a donation goal, that 41 minutes? It could be. Because you have other bigger channels that's like, oh, we raised $20,000. Like, great, that's awesome. That money is going to be used.
Yeah.
But the fact that just this little small community that we have here came together and smashed that goal in 41 minutes is just amazing. So thank you to everyone, sincerely. And again, you never know what little bit will help someone that needs it. So, Green Lantern, you want to do your sign off?
You know, Coffee, one of these days we gotta figure out how to end this thing.
I love it. That's so funny. That's so funny. All right. Well, you have a great rest of your night.
You too.
And just everyone, just thank you so much for coming by. If you've made it this far in the video, I really appreciate your time. Congratulations to everyone that won the giveaways tonight. Thank you for everyone that donated, whether it be $5 or $100, like my grandma did. It's awesome that I'm able to make a difference just with this little channel that I have. So thank you to everyone, and may the force be with you. You guys all have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you. Oh my gosh, of course the camera cuts out right then. Hold up. Thank you, everyone. This is fun. Obviously the goal is 1,000 subs and getting monetized and all that, and that's all cool, and I'm slowly working my way there. But being able to make a difference at this point is awesome. It's kind of sad that YouTube requires you to have 10,000 subscribers to be able to do a charity stream through the YouTube platform. And even then, I'm sure YouTube takes a cut of it because it's YouTube. Of course they would. But yeah, this is awesome. So thank you for everyone that donated. I plan on doing more charity streams in the future. Absolutely. Because can you tell I've had a lot of coffee? But thank you everyone for being here. You guys all have a great rest of your night. And I will see you wherever I happen to see you in the galaxy. May the stash be with you.